Great Western Dining Service provides dining services for schools, colleges and universities, camps and conference centers, and businesses and industry. From its inception, Great Western Dining has remained strongly committed to the original concepts of quality service coupled with delicious food. Great Western Dining builds a personalized dining program for each client based on location, population, and current conditions, and then continually tweaks it, ensuring that each customized program is contemporary and always customer-oriented.
Great Western Dining is proud to be the title sponsor of today's Shootout. We wish all the teams the best of luck on the court.
Welcome in to Triton Nation. We are putting on the game between, on the scoreboard, the visiting NIACC Trojans women's basketball versus the Northeast Community College Hawks women's basketball here. 1 o'clock, Hodges Fieldhouse, part of the Iowa Central Classic tournament. The starting lineups first for your visiting NIACC Trojans. We have number 4, UU Longs. Number 13, Adria Stewart. Number 24, Kalia Holloway. And number 35, Kelsey Willard. And number 40, Kinley Petlitsky? Petlesky. Okay, thank you.
Starting for Northeast is number 20, Jerica Neal. Number 3, Sierra Bell. Number 12, Bailey Newsom. Let's see. Number 11, Jade Blackburn. And number 34, Michaela Baylor. As we're just about ready to tip off here, and we are underway.
Northeast gets the tip, and they'll bring it to your left. Good entry pass down to number 34, Michaela Baylor. Unable to complete the play. The good transition basket. Just off by number 4, UU Longs. Already some quick transition back and forth. Nowhere close on the layup there was number 12, Bailey Nunzum. Good fake followed by a floater by number 13, Adria Stewart. A lot of quick shots here, Randy.
I know that they're going back and forth really quick right now, and we're having a little bit of a hard time keeping up with them.
Yeah,
when we started this game.
I agree with you. A little sloppy play here. We'll see if they can slow down a little bit, get a couple good shots, and get the scoring started here.
Get this game on a good start.
Yeah.
All right. UU Lawton's bringing up the ball for the Trojans. Trojans in blue, Hawks in white for this game.
Got a hold on number 11, Jade Blackburn. That'll be her first of the night, the afternoon, correction. Gonna be NIACC ball under the basket.
UU Lawton's inbounding.
You saw number 3 there starting to sneak around for help. Even if she did get that ball, and she probably would have been taken away. Good help defense by number 3, Sierra Bell. Thank you.
Right.
Good look on the backside. Way to go up strong. Number 24, Kalila Holloway. She's a forward. She's a sophomore, 5'11", from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and she's averaging just under 10 points a game.
Now Holloway was fouled on that play, and we'll be shooting free throws here in a minute.
Someone tripped over something behind the scoreboard. Got it unplugged there.
And now we're back on.
And now it looks like we're good. Got to back up.
Right.
Sierra Bell with her first foul of the game.
Holloway shooting 2 here.
First one just a little long.
Second one rattles out as well. Northeast gets the rebound, and Sierra Bell is bringing the ball up the floor for the Hawks.
Pressuring pretty far out there is NIACC. Trusting their guards to be able to guard all the way out, almost at the half-court line, at the spike line of the volleyball. Buzzer randomly goes off there. Confuses most of the players, so they just blow that play dead. They're going to take it out of bounds. Oh, Actually, they're just going to send him to the bench and get this taken care of. Already 2 mistakes over the scoreboard. I don't know exactly what's going on. There's a lot of stuff to do over there. A lot of setup. A lot of things can go wrong if you unplug just one thing, and you gotta restart everything.
Yep. Right. 8:49 left in the first quarter of this game. It is still scoreless.
Had a couple really quick up and down possessions for both teams before finally getting a couple fouls on Northeast. NIACC was able to go to the free throw line. Unsuccessful though. It was 8:49. They're gonna have to reset the clock. It went down to 8:44 on above the backboards. Oh, there we go. We got it corrected there. Northeast will take it out from the side out of bounds.
All right, looks like we're ready to go here. Bailey Newsom inbounds it to Sierra Bell. Pass, another pass, multiple passes in a row. Oh, now we have a loose ball.
Good kick out.
And Northeast strikes first.
Looks like Kelsey Wilbert was trying to take a charge there under the basket and just couldn't get the call.
And they had left the girl wide open in the corner for the easy bucket. Northeast bringing the ball back up the floor.
Kalila Holloway still being aggressive there, taking the ball to the basket. She has a bit of a speed advantage off the ball. So she's going to be ready to watch her continue to use that. Great entry pass to number 34, Michaela Baylor, followed up by a foul.
Baylor will be shooting 2 free throws here. That foul was on number 35, Kelsey Willard of the Trojans.
That's her first. Team's first.
First free throw is good.
And we have some points on the board. Oh, we already did. I apologize. Yeah. 3.
3 points. Second free throw for Baylor is good
as well.
4-0 Northeast. Let's see if NIACC can counter and get some points on the board.
We got a substitution for NIACC. We had number 1 Cece Keeger come in.
She just attempted the 3-pointer in the corner and missed. Another layup is good by Cece Keeger. That'll be the first points on the board for NIACC. NIACC is being very aggressive on defense.
Absolutely. That's what you got to do. You got to, if you trust your guard play, you have to press all the way out as far as you can.
It's not quite a half court.
No, it's not. It's a solid quarter court, man-to-man. Nice kick out for the open 3 for number 20.
Jerica Neal hits the 3-pointer. It is now
5-3. Good defense on the other end as well, and it falls off of number 35, Kelsey Willard, after the block by number 20, Jerica Neal, right after he hit the jump shot on the other end. Great on both ends of the court. Score is 7-2.
Number 22, Michaela just came into the game for the NIACC Trojans.
Northeast, number 34, Michaela Baylor has a good height advantage down there. Be ready for them to force it down in there to her. Number 22 on the way back after the good play on defense, unable to finish the layup.
Now Northeast is bringing the ball back up the floor. He said to Sierra Bell to set up the offense.
Northeast is being a little more patient on offense. Oh. She got sat down, but she's unable to finish off the 3-pointer. When you make a good move like that, you just want to be able to finish off that play, which tends to make you force it a little bit. Number 4 misses the jump shot. Yu Longs, just short, right at the top of the key, inside the arc.
Sierra Bell setting up the offense again for Northeast.
A lot of high pick and roll here. I think they like their matchup in the post. They're trying to solo her out. Good kick around to number 11, Lakin Joyger.
Blackburn.
Jade Blackburn. I apologize.
The ball on the after it hit the rim bounced off the scoreboard on the top of the backboard, which classifies as an out of bounds. So NIACC will inbound here, and it's Michaela Hamala bringing the ball up the floor for the Trojans.
A couple subs here. Number 23, Irene Sands, comes in for Northeast, as well as number 14, Lauren Hunstad.
That three-pointer by Hamel was blocked. Northeast has the ball and is going towards the basket, and looks like they drew a foul.
Offensive foul called on number 5, Corey Fisher, who just came in the game as well. NIACC bringing the ball up the floor. Really aggressive, getting the ball into the paint. Good kick out to number 13, Adria Stewart,
and she makes the three, and the score is now 7-5
in favor of NIACC. Northeast.
Yeah.
High pick and roll there. They aren't coming off very clean. A little bit too much space.
And a turnover there. NIACC now has the ball.
Good hesitation dribble at the top of the key there.
Nice
as well
pass.
as a nice handoff. Finished off by number 22.
Michaela Hamala. And the score is now 7-all.
I like what NIACC's doing on the offense and defensive side of the ball. They're pressuring on the defensive side here, as you see, and they're aggressive taking the ball to the rim on offense. Northeast has been pretty aggressive themselves. A nice three-point attempt from the left wing by number 14, Lauren Hunstad. Just misses, and number 13 brings it back up the floor, just short on the layup attempt for Adria Stewart. A nice hesitation dribble to get some space in the lanes. Unable to finish off is number 14, Lauren Hunstad again.
That looked like it was blocked by Pitleski of the Trojans.
Good defense again by Northeast. Number 5, Corey Fisher, is able to pick up the steal. That's what happens when you want to move the ball. You get up and down the court quickly, you're going to have some turnovers. Swings the ball to the top. A deep three from top of the key from number 23, Irene Sands from Northeast, just short. Kicks it over to number 1, CC Keeger, unable to finish. Offensive rebound by number 21.
Keeger again, and swishes it. Three-pointer is good for number 1, CC Keeger.
Giving them the lead 10-7 here early with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left of the first quarter.
There's going to be a lot of subs coming in on the next whistle, as there are 4 NIACC players and 5 Northeast players lined up at the bench. And here they come. Coming into the game for Northeast, number 12, Bailey Nism, number 20, Jerica Neal, number 3, Sierra Bell, and number 34, Michaela Baylor.
And for NIACC, we have number 45, Morgan Frank, number 35, Kelsey Willard, number 24, Kalia Holloway, and number 5, Shaylee Vessel.
Layup was good for number 12.
No one stopped ball, and she comes straight up to the top of the key and pulls up and unable to finish off that three-pointer attempt. 10-9 is the score here, just under 3 minutes. Both teams extremely aggressive.
Northeast looking to inbound here.
Aggressive defense from NIACC. They're starting to press here. They had them in a bad spot down in that corner. It's hard to be able to find a room to make that inbound pass down there. I like the decision that the NIACC coaches are making to press here. They like their advantage athletically, and this is what you do. You put pressure on the other team. They have a 1-point lead. They've been starting to make some shots. This is a good decision from NIACC.
This is a definite full-court press right here. Sierra Bell is able to get by the full-court press fairly well.
Excellent.
Gets into the half-court. And the press is still in full effect here.
Seems to be a two-person show here. They want to get Sierra Bell and number 34.
They got to shoot. They got to shoot.
Had to put up a shot there to finish off the shot clock. Nice kick out. A beautiful take. Just long on the layup attempt for number 4, UU Longs. Sierra Bell brings it back up the court. A nice left-handed stroke from just outside of the free throw line. A little short, though. They're going to call a hold on number 34, Michaela Baylor. Her and Sierra Bell are the two that Northwest really wants to single out here on the offensive side. A lot of high-end pick and roll.
Yeah, their offense seems to be centered around the two of them currently.
Absolutely. A 1-point lead for NIACC, 10-9 here with just over 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
UU Lawton's bringing the ball up the floor for NIACC.
Off-ball screen, setting up for a nice open three-pointer from the left wing, just short by number 5, Shaylee Vessel. Still a lot of pressure on Sierra Bell, the point guard for
Northeast.
Now they have her post up down low. They have a height advantage down there. Let's see if they will. Jump shot from number 20. Jerica Neal
is good.
Making it a 1-point lead for Northeast, 11-10 with 1 minute and 30 seconds left of the first half. First quarter,
Nice defense by Bailey Newsom on there, swatting the pass away to the wide open UU Lawns.
That's number 5. Shaylee Vessel's been in the game for just a short amount of time here. Has already put up 2 3-pointers. Very confident in her stroke. And number 23 for Northeast,
Irene Sands with the 3-point basket.
Making a 3-point lead. Oh, they're going to call her toe on the line and make it a 2-pointer.
Score is 13-10.
Under a minute left here to finish out this first quarter in our first game of a 4-game lineup today. They're going to call, a jump ball. It looked like they was going to call a foul there at first, but decided to switch it up. Possession arrow looks like it's going to stay here with NIACC.
Number 14, Lauren Hunstead, has just checked into the game for Northeast, replacing Sierra Bell. And you have 3 new NIACC players coming into the game. This is an interesting look we have set up here.
They're
prior to that.
Shoot a 3 up on the top. That's usually what happens. They'll have one of their players, probably their best shooter out of the 4 there, hop back, and they'll close the gap that person creates. Short by number 35, Kelsey Willard.
Hunstead bringing the ball up the floor for Northeast. Getting a lot of ball movement in here right now.
Good drive, good take by number 11. Look like they're going to call the block. Oh, she must have been just outside of that no-charge area. They're going to call the charge on number 11, Jade Blackburn.
I think they might.
From up here, Randy, it looked like she was just outside of that, or just inside of that charge zone. I think it's a tough call either way.
I think the refs they got together and they changed their mind as Blackburn is coming up to the free throw line. Yeah, they're calling a foul on NIACC, so Blackburn's going to be shooting 2 free throws here.
Live look at it, it looked like it was a block, but with 2 different angles, I mean, especially completely different than us up here. Mm-hmm. It's easy to see a charge compared to a block or a block compared to a charge. Call is hard to go either way. First free throw is good for Blackburn, making it 14-10.
Good on the refs for getting together and making sure they had the right call.
Absolutely.
I know it's still the first quarter, but these 2 points could make a major difference later on in the game. Mm-hmm. Second free throw rattles out.
Making it, still keeping it a 14-10 game. 20 seconds left. The shot clock is not a factor here. This could be the last possession.
NIACC might hold the ball for the last shot here. That's what.
We got 10 seconds left and counting.
Eager passing it. And the shot is
just
no good.
Offensive rebound. Gets it back up. And it's good. 14-12 is how we'll end this first quarter.
With NIACC
just behind Northeast.
Nice little layup to end the quarter for Holloway for NIACC. And the score is 14-12 at the end of the first quarter.
NIACC's done an excellent job on the offensive boards, being able to get second chance opportunities.
They have been.
I like the hustle that NIACC's been showing. They went to a press there to end the first quarter. We'll see if they can. I don't know if they'll have the energy to be able to keep that up for the whole game, though, Randy.
Well, they've already played 10 people.
Yeah, they've been putting in a lot of subs, which is good to have. You gotta have depth if you want to make it late into the postseason, especially in a game like basketball. And it helps even more when you don't drop off on the offensive side or defensive side when you put in your subs. A lot of times you gotta compromise. Sometimes you're gonna lose a little bit on the offensive side, but you'll keep the defense, or you're gonna lose a little on the defense and keep the offense. Yeah. So it's good to see that it's either scheme-wise that the coach knows where to play his players, or they're able to just talent-wise fill in for the starters. Yep. We'll see how Northeast and NIACC come out. See if there's any defensive changes for NIACC, or if offensively they switch it up for Northeast. It's going to be Northeast ball to start the first half. Start the second quarter. They're playing a 4-out, 1-in here. Good kick out to number 14.
Lauren Hunstead
for the three-pointer, making it a 17-12 game.
Yu Luns for NIACC, passing it to Pedleski, passes it to Holloway. Holloway looking for someone to throw the ball to.
Looks like Northeast has switched up to a bit of a zone here.
They have. Pedleski just missed the three-pointer from the corner.
Number 23, Irene Sands with the offensive rebound, brings it up the court. A good take by number 20. Jerica Neal finishes off the basket, making it 19-12 for Northeast. Looks like a 1-2-2 for Northeast here.
Turnover on NIACC. Northeast has a bit of an advantage here. They elect to take their time.
A fade hook there from number 32, Judith Valls. Going back to a 1-2-2. Northeast is going to have to make sure they box out well. It's always the biggest problem for a team when they go to zone. But it's always a great idea to go to a zone if defensively you aren't as athletic as the team you are facing. It doesn't exploit your lack of athleticism as much.
After that pass was too high for Holloway for NIACC. Northeast now has the ball.
Good ball handling there from number 14, Lauren Hunstead. Swings the ball over to number 20, Jerica Neal.
Passes it back to Hunstead. Back to Neal.
Good backside help. Good no call there. That was right when she caught the entry pass, and she was in the no-charge zone anyway. Yep. So,
an easy bucket there for number 32, Judith Valls of Northeast.
NIACC has is working the ball really well around, being able to get the ball into the paint. I think a block's going to be called on number 32. Nope, number 12. Number 12, Bailey Nunzum.
Corey Fisher, number 5, is coming for Northeast, as well as number 3, Sierra Bell. This is an interesting look for NIACC here. They got 4 girls lined up at the free throw line. It's interesting.
As the last time they had
this situation.
They switch up the look as they get one person in each corner and on each block. Another staple in out-of-bounds plays. Oh, I like the look she thought there, but unable to get the pass there. As Sierra Bell makes the steal and brings it back up to the other side. Looking to get the ball into the post. Looks like they're going to get called on a push. Underneath is number 5.
Shaylee
Vessel. She reached around, got a little bit too far ahead of herself, gets called for the foul.
That is the first foul for Vessel.
Predominantly 4-out, 1-in here for Northeast, liking their post advantages.
Nice three-pointer. That was number 14, Lauren Hunstead making the three for Northeast, and they extend their lead to 24-12.
The guard play for Northeast has been excellent.
It has been, but
they haven't been too far ahead of each other or themselves and stayed within them. Good kick out, open three, great offensive board. Number 24, Kalila Holloway. Great work on the inside.
That was not a shooting foul, so NIACC will inbound here. NIACC needs to get a bucket on this possession.
Couple screens there open up the three-pointer from the left corner for number 22, Michaela Hamala. Michaela Hamala.
Yeah, NIACC needed that bucket because Northeast was on a run, and they had gotten the score up to 24-12. They had doubled up. NIACC, and they needed to respond.
Strong take by Sierra Bell there to the basket. It's gonna have 2 free throws coming up here. Score is currently 24-15. Northeast in the lead. 6 minutes, 40 seconds left here in the first half.
First free throw is good for Sierra Bell.
We have a sub, number 20, Jerica Neal for Northeast. Comes in for number 14, Lauren Hunstead.
As Bell prepares to shoot her second free throw here. That rattles out.
Another board by number 24, Kalila Holloway. There we go. I got it that time.
Turnover. Here comes Corey Fisher with the pass to Sierra Bell and gets rejected. Scrum for the ball, and
looks like she stepped out of bounds, trying not to step on the Northeast Corey Fisher, and she didn't look too happy about that.
No,
she thought she got fouled a little bit there, and from up here, you really couldn't tell. It looked like it was an okay no call.
That's looks like they're discussing and confirming the call.
Northeast from under the basket.
Fisher inbounding here.
Good look. On that pass, I was waiting for the inbounder to come back in. That's usually the most open look. As Northeast gets a steal, brings it back up the floor. Tries to go up with the left hand. They're going to call a block on number 5, Shaylee Vessel for NIACC.
That's her second foul of the first half. First free throw is good for number 10, Gemma Ricasons. Ricasons is a 5'7" freshman guard from Rosas, Spain. So we have a couple different
foreigners here.
A couple different international players representing on Northeast team.
It's good to see NIACC kind of slow the ball down here. They started to get ahead of themselves, trying to get all those points back in one trip, and you just can't play like that if you're from behind.
That's still a long way to go in this game.
Absolutely.
So you have plenty of time to make up a deficit. Pass went right through the hands
of Adria
Stewart. So that's a turnover for NIACC.
NIACC. Oh, never mind. Number 12, Selena Shady comes in for NIACC. And almost everyone on that NIACC bench has been in this game so far.
Yeah.
Which is good when it comes to pressing, but when it comes to chemistry on floor, you got to keep somewhat of a core base. And number 5, Shaylee Vessel with the block for NIACC, brings it up the floor. Swings it over to number 13, Adria Stewart. Kick back out to Stewart from 3.
I think that shot might have gotten tipped. May have been tipped.
I'm going to call it a jump ball. And it's going to stay here with NIACC.
NIACC
this is unique. I haven't seen this. They are extremely far away. Wow, I just don't see I don't think I've ever seen that before. They started almost at the half-court line on a basket an inbounds from under the basket. Deep 3 from number 22 for NIACC. Rattles out. Michaela Hamala. Good no decision there from number 23, Irene Sands. Good take there by the Spaniard.
By Recasens. Gets fouled again by number 22, Michaela Hamala, and Recasens will be shooting 2 more free throws. First free throw is short for Recasens.
Northeast has just been the more patient team here. They really have.
They have been. NIACC, they're trying to rush just a little bit.
And I'm sure
second free throw is no good for Recasens.
That's what will be talked about in the locker room at halftime. Especially once you go zone here. They're playing a 1-2-2. You have to be patient.
That pass looked like it bounced off the foot. Loose ball.
Another back and forth.
Wide open in the corner. Yu Longs misses the 3-pointer.
Yu Longs was a little long. Another offensive rebound, though. Good look. And one for number 5, Shaylee Vessel. That was a great look.
That was a great look.
That's what happens when you're patient right there. They didn't take the first shot they had. They could have taken that corner 3 right there.
But they didn't.
But they didn't.
And they
she
got
put the ball on the ground, went on the baseline, was able to get a nice bounce pass into her post player. And we're going to have a 30-second timeout for NIACC.
The foul on Northwestern was by number 20, Jerica Neal. That is her first of the game.
She's the closest to double digits so far. She has 8 here in the first half.
Out of everyone that's on the floor currently.
Yeah. We might have someone off the floor right now that has a little more. But 26
to 17.
Northeast is above NIACC right now.
With 4 minutes and 29 seconds left to go in the first half.
NIACC is undefeated so far this year, too. So that is on the line for them here in this tournament game.
Northeast is giving them a run for their money.
They really are. They're played well so far.
Because NIACC in most of their previous games has blown out their opponents. They've
put 100 or so on the board a couple times.
They've averaged 109 points per game over the 9 games this year. That free throw by Vezel rattles out. It was no good. And Northeast will bring the ball up the floor again.
We're going to go a high-low look here. Northeast really likes their post presence. And they're going to try and exploit that. Looks like a travel there by number 35, Kelsey Willard. See, little turnovers like that is what they're going to have to tighten up on.
Yeah. She had a good look for a 3-pointer there because she had a...
And then she second-guessed herself and got happy feet there for a second.
Ended up traveling.
That's all it takes is just a second.
Nice pass. Jerica Neal, who hits the jumper.
She's got that nice left-handed stroke there. It's kind of flat, but I mean it goes in. It's got a nice follow-through.
That is now 10 points for Jerica Neal in the first half.
And you got double digits here in Hodges Fieldhouse. It looks like the NIACC players have a lot of room to put the ball on the ground and get around their defenders, but they just seem to
not have many passing lanes. Yeah. NIACC needs to hurry up and put a shot. At the shot clock buzzer.
Shaylee Vessel from just on the left side of the key makes it a 28-20 game. Maybe that'll get them kick-started. Get a little confidence to them.
I got the bench fired up.
It did, for sure.
That looks like...
Looks like we're going to have a timeout for Northeast.
Yeah.
We're going to have a full timeout.
I think was that the coach that called that time? It looked like it was the coach that called their timeout because NIACC with their full court press again had the Northeast player in a world of trouble.
Absolutely, had 2 players on her before she even got across half court. With doing a man court press, they have a man press. NIACC does right now. You got to have someone to be able to reverse the court to. So once that the inbounder got the ball over to her point guard, she took off down floor thinking her job was done. And then her defender went and doubled the point guard.
And they just swarmed her.
Yeah, and you can't have that. You got to have somebody back to reverse the ball, at least in either type of press. That's how you beat a press. You reverse the ball and get the ball up the other side of the floor. I think that's what the Northeast coach is probably re-establishing to his players right there. Making sure they stay calm. They've been really patient and gotten good shots so far. We'll see if they can continue through that. The one thing NIACC had going for them is that press. Their defense has been really aggressive, and they haven't made too many mistakes.
Northeast has 20 seconds to get a shot up here. As they pass it to Neal, who passes it to Fisher. Nice look inside for Baylor, and
a jump ball. It's going to stay here with Northeast. That was a great, strong post move there.
That was.
For number 34, Michaela Baylor.
Yeah.
I've been impressed with their post play all game. Strong post, taking it to the rack.
Yeah. Baylor is the tallest person on the floor at 6'2", has a height advantage over everyone on both teams. So that's
and that helps when you have a post game, but that's not the whole thing. You know, you can't go up weak in the post if you're 6'6" and expect to still be able to get it up.
That pass gets stolen by a Shaylee Vessel, who is bringing the ball up to the floor.
That was a good give and go cut, just unable to get it to her. That was a really nice.
That was a really nice move.
And then she was able to get the ball away. Number 5, Shaylee Vessel, just didn't look like she was quite ready for it.
I was expecting UU Lawns to go up and try and get the layup, but she instead passed the ball, and
she got into that lane. The defender stepped up, and she just tried to dump it off.
Nice pass to Vezel, who gets the layup.
Making it a 6-point game. We got 28-22. NIACC's down by 6 points to Northeast here in Fort Dodge. A good kick out to Neal from the left side, who puts it away again, making it 31-22, right when NIACC thinks they're coming back into the game, getting a little closer, maybe having a chance to close the gap. Northeast again.
It looks like
with
they completely forgot to guard her.
Yeah.
She was just there all by herself. It was like just a practice shot for her.
And good contest by Neal on this side, but number 12, Selena Shady, able to put it in for NIACC, getting the basket right back, making it a 7-point game again. 6-point game again. A correction. Neal.
Oh, nice move by Neal. Gets the easy layup. She went right by the defender.
She doesn't look fazed by any type of defense here. She stayed calm, went up slow, and wasn't fazed. Number 13.
Adria Stewart with the layup there. And the steal. The three-pointer is short.
By Shady. Shady was just a little short.
Tried to get another wide-open three. Northeast looking to slow it down a little bit here. They don't want to have another turnover that almost cost them on the last possession. Pass inside to Fisher, who kicks it back out to Neal.
They like to work the ball inside out, and I really enjoy watching that type of basketball.
That shot does not count for Jerica Neal.
Looked like she wanted the continuous call on that one. Unable to get it. Still going up strong. Just doesn't. Unable to get the points on the board.
Yeah.
Still going to go to the line, though.
As
NIACC's in the bonus.
Yep. So this should be a 1-and-1 here. Or not. It's shooting 2. My bad. As Northeast sends everyone but Neal back to play defense after this free throw. Neal's second free throw is good.
Making it 34-27. Just under a minute. 50 seconds left here in the first half.
That layup attempt by UU Lawns was no good, as Northeast quickly brings the ball up the floor to Michaela Baylor, who draws the foul.
It was a great post move. She gets the ball, makes a strong move to the inside, doesn't hold the ball down too long, able to get the ball up, and draws the foul. That's what happens. Young post players, if you're out there watching, that's what you got to do once you get the ball in the post. Even if you're taller, shorter, doesn't matter. That's what you have to do. Get a strong grip on that ball, make a strong move to the middle, put the ball up.
Baylor will be shooting 2 free throws here.
Just short by Baylor.
And you're right, Mike. That post move by Baylor was really good. She seems to be a force down in the post.
Unable to make that free throw.
30 seconds left in the first half. NIACC getting a lot of ball movement going on right now, trying to find a good look. And that was not a good pass there by Vezel.
Vezel looked like she was ready for the. I don't remember who was in the corner there, but I think she was ready for him to flow back up to the wing, and just never happened.
And instead, she went to the corner. Northeast holding for the last shot here with 5 seconds left.
3, 2.
And that is the end of the first half here in Hodges Fieldhouse.
Northeast leading the Northeast Hawks leading the NIACC Trojans 34-27. And we'll be back just before the second half. Get you guys set up, and we'll get right back at it here on the Triton Nation Network.
I just had to go up there to drop like your back. Go ahead. Well, I have to go my back.
I should ask that while we were down there. Oh, there's Rusty. I can go down there. Okay.
Great Western Dining Service provides dining services for schools, colleges and universities, camps and conference centers, and businesses and industry. From its inception, Great Western Dining has remained strongly committed to the original concepts of quality service coupled with delicious food. Great Western Dining builds a personalized dining program for each client based on location, population, and current conditions, and then continually tweaks it, ensuring that each customized program is contemporary and always customer-oriented.
Great Western Dining is proud to be the title sponsor of today's shootout. We wish all the teams the best of luck on the court.
Welcome back to Hodges Fieldhouse. We are just about ready to start the second half here between the NIACC Trojans and the Northeast Hawks.
Northeast ahead 34-27 here to start the second half. They started off in a man-to-man, Northeast did. They switched to a 3-2, 1-2-2 type of zone there. Really wide. They're opening up the middle of the floor there. They're baiting them into it and trapping around it. A great backdoor pass there. Number 22.
Michaela Hamala
with the nice finish. It was a great cut there.
She snuck in. It's like just right down the baseline. Completely caught Northeast off guard. As Sierra Bell just did some work.
Made her defender look like a shell of a person. Just put her out of her misery. That was a great hesitation move right there. And then she buries the shot. It was just a great possession there for Bell.
Nice.
Mid-range jumper for number 1, CC Keeger.
That was like a pivot foot jumper off the just turned around on the pivoting and then just pulled up the jumper and nailed it. It's like that was impressive.
Northeast getting a little more aggressive here, trying to speed the game up. It's going to go off of NIACC. Stays under the basket for Northeast. Kind of a sloppy stack in the center of the lane there. Doesn't get any play out of it, just starts it at the top of the key. Going to back to that high pick and roll. Bell looked like she got hit a little bit on that play.
That shot was definitely
altered
by a hand of a Northeast defender. It's definitely not a clean shot.
They're working that high post, which they're giving. Northeast is giving them nice kick out, long attempt by Longs.
And
gonna be a foul on number 34. It looks like Baylor.
Yep. She tried to go for the rejection, but got more arm than she did ball.
Yep. But she didn't even get called for the foul on that one. Blackburn's the one who ended up getting the foul call. A blocking call. 36-31. Make it 36-32 here. 8.5 minutes left in the third quarter. In this Iowa Central Classic matchup between Northeast and NIACC.
Both free throws good for Michaela Hamala, and is now 36-33. Hamala now has 9 points on the game. As Northeast pass gets blocked, and that's going to be going back to NIACC. Northeast tried to save that possession, but it didn't work out very well for them.
You respect the hustle there from your player, but the smart play in that, it was tipped by the other team. You just let it go out of bounds.
Irene Sands just came back into the game for Northeast, number 23.
A deep three by number 22, Michaela Hamala. Just rattles out.
NIACC's going to be inbounding here from the very corner. It'll be Keeger inbounding to Lawns, who goes to work.
That's such a tough place to inbound it from after the pass from Longs goes out of bounds. That's a tough place to inbound from. You would expect them to at least try and press, make it a little difficult on them, They had a chance, but
that was almost a disaster. She almost hit the Gatorade cooler.
Strong take, doesn't get the foul call, but NIACC ends up getting the foul call right on the other end. Looks like it was on Michaela Hamala.
That was the second foul of the game for number 34 for Northeast, Michaela Baylor, as Hamla passes out to Lawns. They are getting the ball around. Hamla for three. Hits the rim. No good. And after the tipped ball, NIACC gets another chance with a new 30-second shot clock.
That was a great ball movement there by NIACC.
It was good ball movement. They had
with how impatient they were in the first half, that was how patient they were on that possession.
They had a good wide open look. Just didn't end up going in.
Good defense there by Northeast on the inbound play. Both teams have been playing some very good defense. Great patience, ball handling, and passing there from UU Longs. Able to get the ball into the post for a nice jump shot, unable to put it away.
Yeah, that was Kalila Holloway who tried the mid-distance jumper there that rimmed out. As
good backside help. Called for the reach-in, though, is number 1, CC Keeger.
Did you notice how they double-teamed Baylor when she got the ball?
They were starting to do that at the end of the first half there, is what they were trying to do. But every time the backside help was just late, as soon as she got the ball, they were having to make a play. They were trying to take charges as soon as she caught the ball, and the refs were leaning towards blocks instead of charges. Now on that possession, she was early enough, and you see how quick you have to be there before the ball gets there, or else she's just going to get a quick move in and get the ball up on the backboard.
Michaela Baylor with the lay-in and gets the foul. That's the foul was on number 24, Tegan Pompa of Northeast, and Baylor will be shooting this free throw.
0 for 3 so far. Baylor might come back to bite the Northeast Hawks if they continue poor free throw shooting. Strong take to the hole, number 22, Michaela Hamala, unable to finish though. You know, you're aggressive. You take the ball to the hole all the way that far, and just a little too fast to be able to slow down and correct that.
Get the shot. Baylor again gets the look, but the lay-in bounces in and out of the basket. UU Lawns went in hard and almost got the layup.
A jump ball is going to go to Northeast. We got a couple subs coming in here. Number 5, Corey Fisher, and number 14, Lauren Hunstead.
As
for Northeast.
Number 5, Shaylee Vessel just came in for NIACC as well.
Not as many subs so far here in the second half, but we got a lot of time to play.
It's still consistently switching out, getting fresh players in on both sides.
That was a dangerous cross-court pass right there.
It was. We're fortunate that was not coming back the other way for fast break points for NIACC.
Absolutely. Longs was just a little bit too far on her heels there, unable to make that play. Number 1, CC Keeger called on the foul there. She was she was trying to go straight up. Yep. She just had it bent over just a little too far. Yep. You're going to get called for that every time.
Caught the arm.
Yep.
Caught a little too much arm to not get called for the foul.
And Lauren Hunstead goes to the line. Her first one is good. Great decision to not go all the way through. A lot of point guards, a lot of guards, once they get the ball on that baseline, they're going to go until they get stopped. And she ended up just stopping to try and get an open for layup. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of, especially in the men's game, they'll go for the up and unders right there. In the women's game, tends to be more of that type of play. Second one, good for Hunstead, making it a 40-33 ball game. Another cross-court pass, dangerous. They're getting a little too comfortable here with these long passes. It's going to be turned over here sooner or later.
I was expecting a pass to Hamla there.
Nice kick out, a little
short. And there's
short.
The pass to Hamla, who misses the three-pointer. And
looked like it went off her leg. It's going to stay NIACC ball. Great hustle by number 13, Andrea Stewart for NIACC. One of the only sophomore. Correction. She's the only one SO compared to SOPH. So it looks like she's one of the only sophomores on the roster. There's actually a good mix here for NIACC between sophomores and freshmen.
After UU Lawns airballed the three-pointer, Hamala got the rebound, and continuing the possession for NIACC. NIACC will inbound here from the...
Not quite in the corner, but I mean,
the general
pretty
corner.
much between the side and the corner.
Again with the ball movement. Hamala driving.
Great take.
Did not get the finish, but that was still a really good look on her
She's
part.
tried a couple three-pointers from about the same area. She put the ball, pump faked it, and went to the basket. Number 32, Judith Vowles, another Spaniard here for the Northeast Hawks. Misses. Wow. Shaylee Vessel comes down and makes it on the other end for the NIACC Trojans. Going to call a charge on number 5, Corey Fisher for Northeast. She was so surprised.
Yeah.
She was not ready to not have anyone in front of her on that play.
She was down here, or Fisher was basically all by herself on the half of the court.
30-second timeout for Northeast. Go ahead.
And she got the ball, and one of the NIACC defenders got there in pretty much a dead sprint, got in front of her. I don't think Fisher was expecting that.
No, she wasn't. Right when she caught the ball, she wasn't expecting any. She was ready for a defender to be right on her hip. When she turned strongly, and there's no one there, so she kind of took a second, gathered herself, and then she took off to go to the hoop, and that gave the time for the defender to make up for the play that she was a little behind on.
It's this game's starting to get close and starting to get the pace is starting to pick up here.
Yep.
As it's
sooner or later it's going to get a little chippy too. That's usually what happens in these types of games.
It might.
40-36, 4:35 left in the third quarter here in Fort Dodge, as the Northeast Hawks take on the NIACC Trojans.
This is a big possession for NIACC right here because they could get it within a single possession if they make a basket here.
And it looks like Northeast switched from that 3-2, 1-2-2 look to a 2-3 look, as they're trusting their post players and just tempting those NIACC players to take deep threes.
Nice pass.
Absolutely beautiful transition play, the give and go, make them stop the ball, and then get it to your teammate.
Ooh, nice shot fake by Stewart there.
Looks like they switched back to the 3-2 look now. I think they're kind of switching back and forth.
Hamala wide open in the corner. Good. And it is now a 1-point game.
40-39. The Hawks still have the narrow advantage over the Trojans.
NIACC
it looks like they're
back
trying
in
to
the
double.
press.
Wide open three from the left wing
is good.
Irene Sands makes them pay for the lack of coverage.
And she was all by herself.
She was.
And and she caught the ball, and it's like, I don't know if she was expecting to be that wide open.
No, I don't think she was. It's what happens when you go to double on that man-to-man press. Somebody's going to be open. If you have two players on one, simple math, somebody's going to be open. Just off for number 35,
Kelsey Willert.
Kelsey Willert. I apologize. Thank you, Randy. Nice crossover on the top of the key. Kicks it out. It's going to go the other way.
Shaylee Vessel just went down hard. Looks, she might have hit her head on the way down, too. She seems to be okay as she's gotten back up and has come back down to the other end.
These NIACC players are not afraid to put their bodies on the line to take these charges. I've seen at least, I think there's 5 charge attempts at least in the first half, and there's been 2 here in the second half.
We'll have to keep an eye on Vessel to see if she's okay, because she took a hard fall. We heard her hit the floor from up here in the broadcast booth.
She looks fine, but you never know. Double off-ball screen over there. Good take.
Well,
she looks pretty good right
she
there.
She looks pretty good to me. As Shaylee Vessel makes a strong drive to the lane, gets the bucket. Baylor again with the post moves.
That was Vowles.
Oh, that was Vowles.
Yep, Judith Vowles.
But still, both of them, both Vowles and Baylor, at the post. Really strong moves as
Yu Long says, how about I show you my strong post moves as she goes in, left side, strong right hand finish.
and the game is tied.
43 all, 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third quarter here.
The press is on again.
NIACC is pressing and pressing hard.
Ooh, nice swatting
And
of the
number
ball.
22,
Just
Michaela Hamala comes back. Great hustle to get back. She was double teaming in the back court here. They advance the ball up. She sees someone wide open on the backside block, hustles back, and is able to tip the pass away. Great hustle from the NIACC defense.
NIACC is realizing currently, okay, they have a chance to get the lead for the first time in this game, and they are coming after Northeast on defense.
They want to They want to speed up that pace and see if Northeast will make more mistakes. They want to make them play their game. As Baylor comes back in the game, and number 23, Irene Sands, takes the ball to the hole and is fouled. But they're going to call it on the ground. That is another Spaniard for Northeast.
Yeah, we have Northeast on their roster, as they get ready to inbound here, has 3 players from Spain, 1 from the Netherlands, and 1 from England. So plenty of international players being represented here.
Good entry pass. Able to pass out of the double team, just not quick enough to swing the ball around to find that open shooter in the corner. Looks like they're going to call a push on number 24. Kalia Holloway.
As Jade Blackburn is coming to the line here for Northeast as they are in the bonus.
She is the Englander from Surrey.
From Surrey, England. 5'7" freshman.
She's 6'1". 6'1" freshman. She's a forward.
I was
reading the wrong line.
I got caught reading the wrong line on that one. As she makes the second free throw, and it is 44-43. Northeast out in front. NIACC looking to take the lead on this possession as the three-pointer from Hamla is no good.
A lot of quick threes, a lot of quick shots in general here from NIACC.
Hamla seems to get open a lot down in the corner, which Northeast might want to try and...
I think she might have made one, but other than that, it's probably not the worst decision in the world. Number 34, Michaela Baylor. Great post move yet again. Textbook, getting the ball, or getting it done in the post, helping out her team. But Holloway has been left open a lot, and because she tends to take those quick shots.
Oh, man. That Lawns and Bell have a scary collision as Bell is down on the floor. As
it looked like she hurt her back a little bit there.
That was
Longs went way up in the air.
That was not pretty at all.
Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Bell is now on hands and knees and has now gotten back up, which is a good sign considering that the two of them, Bell and Lawns, basically landed on top of each other.
They're going to take her back to the locker room, be able to look at that back, see if anything got knocked around.
Yeah, see if she's okay. Number 14, Lauren Hunstead, has come in to replace the injured Sierra Bell, and
that's a huge missing piece for Northeast. She's handled the ball all game, and she's done it very well against that man-to-man press.
So we'll see how this affects Northeast as Hunstead shoots.
First one good, making it 47-43. Just under a minute left here in the third period in this matchup, the Iowa Central Classic between the Northeast Community College Hawks and the Northern Iowa Area Community College Trojans. Just long on the second one for Hunstead. And NIACC brings the ball up the floor. Number 4, UU Longs. Both point guards so far have handled the ball well.
They have. Another one of those cross-court passes, as there was a little bit of a scrum for the loose ball. Looks like Holloway got called for the foul?
I think Baylor.
Okay.
Baylor got called for
a foul.
a push from behind. Number 21 there for NIACC, Laker Ward, the sophomore from Madison, Wisconsin. She didn't seem too comfortable there in the lane. She had an open shot, but she wanted to get the ball to the post.
As Holloway makes the first free throw. That foul, as Mike said, was on Michaela Baylor, number 34 for Northeast. That is her third foul of the game. So she'll have to be a bit more careful now as she's starting to get into foul trouble. Second free throw for Holloway is good.
47-45. As we close out this third period, we will have 2 possessions to close out this half.
Probably 2
or this period. They're going to call travel on Baylor there. She got that right foot moving a little before she got the ball on the ground.
Baylor seemed a little bit...
A little antsy. She saw that double team coming.
Well, she didn't seem particularly pleased about that call either.
No.
She had a look... she had a look of disgust on her face as she went back down the floor. Shot clock is now turned off. So NIACC will probably hold the ball for the last shot here.
As Northeast switches back to a 2-3 zone.
Loose ball.
Loose ball.
Northeast has it, and they will get
10 seconds
shot.
left in this quarter as Neal drives the ball in, kicks it out into the post. Baylor gets an open shot on the inside. Rebound by Northern Iowa. Puts it up and just off the right side of the backboard. Unable to give them the lead to go into the fourth period. That would have been huge. That would have been
a heck of a way to take the lead
for the first time in the game. Yeah, absolutely.
That was a more than half court shot.
Yeah, it's from the opposite spike line. Put it up and unable to put it down though. Exciting third quarter though.
It was an exciting third quarter as NIACC was able to close the gap a lot, and it is now 47-45 as we head into the fourth quarter. 10 minutes remaining in this game. The first game of
our four-game matchup, or four-game lineup here on the Triton Nation Network, here on our YouTube page. We have 4 today. We have a men's matchup between Northeast and North Iowa Area Community College Trojans, NIACC, and then the later game tonight will be the Central Columbus Raiders versus
the Iowa Central Tritons in both men's and women's games.
That will be our lineup for today. We also have 4 more games coming at you tomorrow. We will let you know more about that before the start of our men's game here in this matchup. 2-point game, 47-45, coming at you from Fort Dodge. 10 minutes left in the game for it all. We'll see who can come on top as NIACC brings the ball against this 2-3 zone for Northeast. Oh, Bell's back on the floor for Northeast. She must be feeling okay as she jumps that pass and knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, Bell has been subbed in at the start of the fourth quarter here. Considering how she went down earlier, it's a good sign that she is back in that quickly. Might have been just a stinger, as they like to call them.
Usually don't get stingers in basketball, but it can happen, and that looked like it probably was. A good split of that double team by Vesley, but she was not ready for how open she was in the lane. Gets the offensive rebound, puts it back up, short again, unable to get it as Northeast brings it back to the other side. Swings it up to the top. She has a lane to the basket. She's going to take it under control all game.
Jerica Neal, my goodness.
And puts it up. Calm, cool, and collected.
That was a big-time Euro step move, as that is now 18 points for Jerica Neal, leading all scorers in this game.
And you know, a lot of players, as that shot goes long for the Northeast Hawks, a lot of players, once they get that many points, that many buckets put in a game, what do you think they start doing?
They start guarding.
They start forcing the ball, too. They start trying to play their own card a little too much. She hasn't done that. She's staying within herself, within the team role, which is great to see from someone. And that goes along with her role. I mean, as she's played this game, she's patient, takes what she can get, and is never overzealous to try and make the play. but makes the plays once she gets them. Looking into Baylor. Nice entry pass.
Kicks it out to Sands, who makes the three-pointer.
Right wing three is good, making it 52-45. A couple baskets here in a row for the Northeast as NIACC turns the ball over yet again. Fast break. She's looking backside as she takes it herself, puts it up left-handed, gets the and one against Longs. Bell to the line to make it an 8-point game. To see if she can make it an 8-point game.
And again, like we mentioned earlier, after Bell went out after her fall and towards the end of the third quarter, she comes back out in the fourth quarter and looks strong as she makes the nice move and gets the bucket and draws the foul. And the free throw
is not good.
A little short.
To the left side a little bit.
NIACC has had turnovers on consecutive possessions here.
There's those long cross-court passes.
Yeah.
They started to do that in the second half. Started to get a little iffy there, you know. You can't do that and expect to not get picked off. And now Northeast is sitting back and attacking on those.
Irene Sands for Northeast almost stole that pass and got an easy layup out of it. That would have been a backbreaker for NIACC. NIACC needed that bucket from UU Lawns.
It was an excellent example of being within yourself. She saw the height difference. Tried to just float it up off the backboard and was able to.
And the press works. Here comes UU Lawns again.
Longs puts it up just a little long. Offensive rebound back to NIACC. Swings it to the corner three. Just long. Going to have a jump ball here, and it's going to stay with Northeast. Be ready for that press, though, again. It's been working.
They had NIACC, after they made their last bucket, they had 4 people in the press on the backcourt, which it's like you can tell they're realizing they need to create turnovers in a hurry. As Northeast beats the press pretty well there, as they drive it into Baylor, who lost the ball.
Little things like that. That's what that press will do. It will speed that team up. Whether you think about it or not, you have to work to get from the baseline to half court all of a sudden, and you're automatically just in a higher gear. It's hard to be able to get to half court and then slow back down. Great decision.
Nice fake pass by Hamala on that one. Now she actually passes it, and that pass was a little high for UU Lawns. UU Lawns is a 5'1" sophomore from Minneapolis, and that's a little bit too high for the girl who stands 5'1" on.
Yeah.
As the press is back again, and
that was a great step up by the backside person in that press, Michaela Hamla. She steps up, put her foot on the out of bounds line, and says, "Where are you going to go? You can't go out of bounds, or you're going to run me over." That's a textbook play on that press. Great to see by NIACC as Northeast takes the 30-second timeout after they go up 54-47. 7-point game here. They stretched it out.
They did. I gotta say, I was almost really concerned because when Bell had the double team on her on the very sideline, she got hit and ended up almost going into the scorer's table.
Yeah, she's been all over.
Considering that she had to fall earlier, where she missed some time after going back to the locker room, that was almost very bad.
Yeah, and not only that is what happened when she went to the locker room. NIACC closed the gap. Mm-hmm. They got it within 2. She comes back on the floor to start the 4th period, and NIACC hasn't been able to get much.
Nice
as
shot.
They get a set play out of the out of bounds.
Nice shot by Shaylee Vesel.
Makes it a 4-point game.
They needed that bucket. They need to get this game close for the stretch run, which is almost here, as there is 6.5 to go in this game. Nice effort on defense by NIACC as they are on the fast break. And Kelsey Willert gets the layup, and it is now a 2-point game. See, yeah, NIACC has backed off the press a little bit.
And I think the NIACC coach was trying to communicate with them, tell them to come up a little farther. After you get that momentum change like that, you have to try and keep it. Keep that press going and see if you can keep that momentum on your side. It'll be a push against NIACC. It'll be Northeast ball underneath. A 2-point ball game here again, 54-52. Couple.
There was a foul on number 24, Kalila Holloway of NIACC right there. That is her third foul of the game.
6 minutes left here in this game. Exciting stuff here.
As Bell is working to set up the offense here. Being guarded by Hamla.
Good entry to Baylor. Great positioning by Baylor. Puts the ball in, making it a 4-point game for Northeast. NIACC back up the floor. Going to be a body on that one. But for number 24, Kalila Holloway. You got to like the effort, but...
I do. You got to appreciate the effort that they're trying to keep up. That is the fourth foul on Kalila Holloway, so now she's going to have to be careful because she has one more foul and she's going to be out of the game.
Great look to the backside. She spotted up number 5, Corey Fisher, splashed from the right corner.
She was wide open in the corner, and NIACC defender tried to get there in time and just couldn't get there.
They're going to call the block there. You see, the thing with basketball, if you don't fall down and it don't look good like that, most of the time you're not going to get that call. Even though she was in good positioning, she probably didn't move her feet that much. Yeah. She just fell down at a weird angle, and it's hard to see.
Here's that 4-person at the free throw line look again.
Yep. They haven't ran the same look more than once out of that. Keeping them on their toes.
Always a good thing to do in any sport.
Absolutely, and especially out-of-bounds plays. Coaches and players can kind of fall into a rut running the same things.
That was almost a really good contested jump shot.
Yeah, Vessel really confident in her three-pointer. She made a couple of them there. Now she might want to tailor it back a little bit, try and work with the offense a little more. Baylor, a strong post move, puts it up, making it a 9-point game, 61-52, just over 4 minutes left. Another quick three for NIACC. Great rebound by Bell. Brings the ball back to the other side. Advances the ball up. Good look inside. Number 32, Judith Vowles, unable to finish off that layup, though.
Fisher was wide open at the three-point line again. I was thinking that she was going to shoot it again. But
oh, she was, but I liked the decision to put the ball into the hoop as Long misses the corner three.
NIACC needs a bucket here. And they did not get a bucket. As there is now 4 minutes left in the game, and Northeast is up by 9. I'd be curious if they start trying to milk the clock a little bit here.
They've been patient for most of the game, so it wouldn't mess with their offensive sets, I don't think, too much.
Because it usually seems to be 15 to 20 seconds before they get a shot off.
Yeah. Baylor getting a little hoppy down there. To get into her move, she's wanting to do a lot of two-hand power dribble moves, so her feet are just getting a little ahead of her dribble, and that can get you in trouble.
Jerica Neal has just come back into the game for Northeast, which is a good move. Get the person who's had probably the best game at anyone here today.
They're going to call a foul on number 5 from Northeast, Corey Fisher, as she runs over the screener from NIACC, number 13, Adria Stewart.
And it looks like the officials
they're discussing to see if they're going to shoot free throws for that, because that foul occurred when the player was shooting the three. Yeah. So they might get free free throws out of this.
Yeah, but the foul was not.
No, it wasn't on the shooter, but they still might be able to get free throws out of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And doesn't look like we're going to be shooting free throws here.
Nope.
UU Luns is going to inbound for NIACC here.
Good look to the backside. Not quite enough space to put that up. A good look, good follow through for number 35. Kelsey Willard unable to get the ball in.
That was had a defender all over her too, and she still had the confidence to put that shot up. And
yeah,
that would have been
it looked good too. I thought it was in.
Ooh, Willard almost intercepted that pass.
And number 20, Jerica Neal, yet again, cool, calm, and collected into the lane for the mid-range jumper.
And that is now 20 points for Jerica Neal. And that's a travel on NIACC.
Number 45, Morgan Frank.
Here comes the press again for...
There's quite a battle down in the post for those rebounds here on the NIACC side of the basketball. There is not an extreme amount of boxing out, so everyone's just kind of whoever's tallest, whoever can jump the highest gets it, which isn't the way you want to play it, though.
Holloway has just come back in for NIACC.
Great patience on the press. Wide open three. Just out. Good offensive rebound.
Another offensive rebound and another offensive rebound. And finally, Michaela Baylor gets the short jumper in. And is now 65-52. This game is starting to slip away from NIACC. As another turnover for NIACC. And Northeast has the ball again and is starting to milk the clock. This game has really slipped away from NIACC.
Losing some of the fundamentals. You can't do that. That last possession, they wanted an over-the-back call from up here, though. It just didn't look like she had positioning. They're going to call a block there. She was a little late to the spot. NIACC's frustration starting to come out all the way from the coaching staff down to the players. Understandably so, as they've hustled and hustled and hustled all game, unable to get the calls, the shots, and the overall fundamentals for their defense here at the end to get the W.
At one point in this game, not that long ago, it was tied at 44, and since then, it's Northeast has outscored them 21-8. So a big run at the end of this game for Northeast is looking like it's going to seal a victory against the undefeated NIACC Trojans. As Bell gets fouled by...
Bessel has just been taking charge after charge after charge attempt.
And that
she's going to be sore tomorrow.
That one did not end very well for her because she didn't
even get the call on that one, no.
But she got basically ran over by Sierra Bell.
That one sounded just as loud, if not louder, than the last one as Bell misses her first of 2 free throws. Man, it is surprising that we can hear those thuds off the floor all the way up here. Second free throw for Bell. Good. Making it 66-52 with a minute 40 left here in the final period of our first game of 4 on our slate tonight at the Triton Nation Network. Vessel looked like she wanted to dish that one away, and her teammate she was going to pass it to slipped away.
And there's Baylor getting more rebounds again, and like she has been pretty much the entire game. As NIACC is trying to delay the clock going down here, but considering they're currently down by 14 and now by 15 as Bell makes the first free throw, this is starting to look like NIACC is going to suffer their first loss of the season against Northeast, as the second one is no good for Sierra Bell. NIACC trying to still giving it all they got at this point as they get the bucket for Kalila Holloway as NIACC calls a timeout with a minute and 17 left with the score at 67-54. Northeast has played pretty much a complete game.
Yeah, they've been patient. They've taken care of the ball. They've boxed out. They had to switch to a zone, which is understandable when you have athletes that are overall man-to-man off the dribble can beat you. Smart move. Go to a zone. Make them beat you with patience and passing, shot selection, things like that, instead of just raw athleticism. And this is what happens.
And NIACC has not been able to convert enough of those opportunities that they've had.
Which is surprising that this team is so patient, because they only have four sophomores.
Yeah.
But the two main players that have been controlling the ball and taking the most shots, Sierra Bell, Michaela Baylor, both sophomores for Northeast.
And as NIACC is getting the press on again, trying to get force a quick turnover here to salvage some hope of still coming back. You got to give Northeast a lot of credit in this game as we go to less than a minute left. Because, like we mentioned earlier, NIACC in the 9 games so far this season, as that shot is no good, NIACC has scored 109 points per game in their 9 games this season, and Northeast has held them to 54. That's
outstanding.
That's outstanding defense.
And you have to give some of that credit to the fact they went to a zone. That's going to lengthen your possessions per possession, the time-wise, and it's going to shrink the amount of shots attempted. And hats off to the Northeast women's basketball team here.
We have another timeout here from NIACC. A full timeout for NIACC.
With 12.6 seconds left as they are trailing by 13 to the Northeast Community College Hawks.
Yeah, this is really going to be a statement win for Northeast.
Absolutely.
NIACC has, in the 9 games prior to the season, has blown out a lot of opponents, putting up over 100 points per game. And NIACC came in here today probably as an underdog. Absolutely. And took it to NIACC on both sides of the ball. Between Jerica Neal and Michaela Baylor, the two of them had 32 points combined between the two of them in this game, and as they're going to lead Northeast to a big win over NIACC here in Fort Dodge at Hodges Fieldhouse.
I'd still have to give quite a bit of credit to the point guard for Northeast, Sierra Bell. She did a great job setting the pace for this team, giving them an overall confidence to know that they're going to take care of the ball.
And that will do it. Northeast defeats NIACC 67-54. NIACC is undefeated no more.
All right, stay tuned to the Triton Nation Network. We will start a new stream for our next game. It'll be the same 2 teams, just the men's side of it, here on the Triton Nation Network. Thank you. This is Michael and
Randy. Thank you for tuning in to the Triton Nation Network.
Grab that door.
I'm going to be asking you a lot of questions because I don't know much about basketball. Northeast men's, NIACC men's.
That's too tough. Where's the other one? It's not that.
It's down there. Michelle had it.
usually get?
What, fast?
That was fast.
Oh.
Okay, you have it to the NIACC or Northeast?
It's up to you. Whichever one. It's on Northeast right now.
This is how we do it.
So it says, you have 30 minutes to finish the sushi. Sushi, who would you call? And I commented my dad.
Okay, so this is how this is gonna work. For lineups, you're gonna write down who the starters are, just like an S next to their name. And while this team, which is gonna be Northeast, or either way, like the left team, you pay attention to theirs, and then after they're done, you read theirs off. And while you're reading theirs off, I'll pay attention to the next one, and I'll write those down. And when you're done, I'll say that.
Should we switch based on which side they're on so it's easier for us, or does it matter?
Oh no, I don't care.
Okay.
I was just saying it because you have that roster.
Right.
Take the lead.
Yeah, that'll probably be best.
We'll find a rhythm. Me and Randy did, so I mean.
My mom just told me, Delaney, we need to get.
Great Western Dining Service provides dining services for schools, colleges and universities, camps and conference centers, and businesses and industry. From its inception, Great Western Dining has remained strongly committed to the original concepts of quality service coupled with delicious food. Great Western Dining builds a Great Western Dining Service provides dining services. Great Western Dining Service provides dining services for schools, colleges and universities, camps and conference centers, and businesses and industry. From its inception, Great Western Dining has remained strongly committed to the original.
No, they're using the speakers over there until 4:30. What? When? Well, you guys can run the commercial at about 30 seconds here. Because you guys are starting with the commercial, right? Hello? Yes? So, right about now, you can start setting that up and then run it at 30. Please and thank you.
Great Western Dining Service provides dining services for schools, colleges and universities, camps and conference centers, and businesses and industry. From its inception, Great Western Dining has remained strongly committed to the original concepts of quality service coupled with delicious food. Great Western Dining builds a personalized dining program for each client based on location, population, and current conditions, and then continually tweaks it, ensuring that each customized program is contemporary and always customer-oriented.
Great Western Dining is proud to be the title sponsor of today's Shootout. We wish all the teams the best of luck on the court.
Welcome into the Triton Nation Network to our second of 4 games we have this afternoon. We have the NIACC Trojans going against the Northeast Hawks, Community College Hawks. First, we're going to give you the starting lineups for the NIACC Trojans. They will be in blue today. They are the away team on the scoreboard. First, we have a guard from Naples, Florida, number 3, Orrington Hamilton. Second, we have a guard, 6 foot, same as Orrington, from Adelaide, South Australia, number 4, Nick Worm. Next, we have a forward from West Haven, Utah, 6'7", Jacob Payne. He will be wearing number 11. Next is number 12, Harrison Mills. He's a 6'5" forward from Wollonga, South Australia. And rounding out that starting lineup for NIACC, number 24, Gunnar Myers. He's a 6'6" forward from Sheffield, Iowa. Next for Northeast Community College, we have
number 5, Alan Anderson, who is 6 foot from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Number 10, Brandon Villapando, 6'2" from Norfolk, Nebraska. Number 22, Jeremiah Cotton, 6'3" from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Number 32, Julius Sackness, 6'9" from Nebraska City, Nebraska. And finally, I'm going to butcher this name.
We'll call him Melky Moro. He's 6'7", a forward from Germany. He's number 34 for White. That was a travel for Northeast on the first possession. NIACC will bring the ball back up the floor. And we'll see if these teams want to stick in man-to-man. The last game for the women's, they wanted to switch to a 2-3, 3-2 zone. Good on-ball screen there by number 12, Harrison Mills. Number 3 puts it up, Orrington Hamilton, and it is rebounded by
number 34, Mel. Number 32, Julius Sankins gets that ball.
He is fouled under the basket. It looks like their call is going to be on number 4, Nick Worm. going to be Northeast ball under the basket. Number 22, Jeremiah Cotton, is going to pass it in. Just puts it up top to number 5, Alan Anderson. Swinging the ball around here. It looks like NIACC's already switched into a 2-3 zone here.
What does 2-3 zone mean?
A 2-3 zone means your 2 guards are going to play up top. They're going to play half the court from the wing right there where the basket or the guard has it to the other wing as number 5,
Alan Anderson.
Alan Anderson pulls up from the free throw line and is unable to make it.
Now, what kind of defense is Northeast
Northeast is going to be in a man-to-man, it looks like here. Everyone just gets a guy that is equal size to them. A nice lob there, unable to be brought down by Milky, and he swings the ball to the top. They're going to reset it. That was a good-looking transition there.
It definitely was. It looked like our friend Mel there was going to go for the dunk, but wasn't able
to bring it down.
I would have liked to see that.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. A kick out. Inside out look. That's the best type of three-point look you can get. Nice hustle by number 32, Julius Sankins. Sakinis, sorry.
Out to number 4, and he misses.
Nick Worm from the side.
Number 5, Alan Anderson with the ball.
Takes the ball up strong, hangs in the air, and is able to finish the play. Alan Anderson,
it is
the
now
guard
2-0.
from Minneapolis,
that was
is able.
The first point of the game.
There we go. We got it started. Scoring is on a roll here. 2-0. The Northeast Hawks are ahead.
Looks like a lot of good defense is being played by both teams. That's why they haven't scored thus far.
Just short on the attempt by Harrison Mills.
And then 22 goes out of bounds, Jeremiah Cotton.
Looks like they're going to call a block on Harrison Mills from Northern Iowa Community College. North Iowa Area Community College, NIACC. Going to be the first foul called on him on the game. 2 for NIACC for team totals. So far, what are you thinking?
I don't know much about basketball, so I mean, I'm kind of just learning a lot of things based on what you're saying, Mike. But like I said earlier, both teams look like they're having some pretty good defense, hence why nobody has scored a significant amount of points thus far. So I'm just excited to see where this game goes, and yeah, what about you?
Well, I'm seeing that NIACC is sitting in a 2-3 zone, which is telling me that they are trying to pack in that middle. They don't have the height advantage that Northeastern does.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
6'7", 6'9", down
2,
low.
6'10". That's just crazy to me. I'm literally looking up at those guys.
So we'll see if Northeast has the patience to move the ball around. It looks so far they do, as number 34, Milky Morrow.
Yeah, number 10 was wide open. I think that he could have made a 3 from where he was.
Yeah, he could have, but it's all about patience in that 2-3 zone. You're going to get those three-pointers open almost every possession. It's about...
Like number 11's open right now.
And a strong move by number 3, Orrington Hamilton, as he goes up to the hoop, unable to finish. But if he keeps getting looks like that, keeps going up strong like that, you can't expect him not to finish it.
Oh, that was close.
Great attempt by Milky Sadek Monroe. 6'7" forward from Hamburg, Germany. But
looks like number 10 tried to go for that shot right there, going out to 22. He's going to go inside to 32.
Number 32, Julius Sankis, unable to come down with that pass. Great swat out of bounds by number 22, Jeremiah Cotton, for Northeast.
I did not happen to see that.
Any of that.
Unfortunately, I did not get to see that, but with how your reaction went, it seemed to be pretty well.
It was a hard block.
Like, nope, not today. That was a nice shot.
Orrington Hamilton able to get the NIACC Trojans on the board. 2-2 here as we have 16, just as we come up to 16 minutes left in this first half. Great penetration move right there. Good kick out. Able to work it over. That was all a good possession until Julius Sankis. All he had to do was go up with that left hand, tried to force it with the right hand. NIACC comes down to the other end, moves the ball around, finishes off Harrison Mills with the layup, making it 4-2. And back at it is Northeast coming back the other way. A strong move. Unable to finish, but a good offensive rebound by Sandkiss there.
Yeah, it looks like 34 is going to go up and try and get that layup, but was unable to.
Milky looked like he forced that a little bit. Harrison Mills again to the rack. No one in front of him. Able to just finish that off.
Yeah,
nice
he's on fire.
6-2 now for NIACC. Northeast has got to get a little better shot selection once they get down in there.
Definitely. I feel like maybe if they start going for some threes outside of that line, then just like that, then they'll.
And there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 22, Jeremiah Cotton.
Yeah.
Makes it a 1-point game, 6-5 here as we just passed the 15-minute mark, a fourth of the way here through the first half. A nice step back.
Yeah, that was
Worked
good.
that defender, got him on his heels under the free throw line, able to go up, and right back on the other end, Northeast, without even a defender inside the three-point line. Number 10, Brandon Villaplando, able to finish off the wide-open layup.
But
Still
yeah.
a 1-point game, 8-7. NIACC on top of Northeast. It's been a good game, back and forth.
I didn't think I knew much about basketball, but I mean, I kind of called that playoff right there.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty impressed.
Yeah, good job. I mean, they're going to have those opportunities all game.
Definitely,
if they play that 2-3 zone, unless they really start overextending, and then they're going to get beat on the backside. So I'm pretty sure their coach is going to be content with them shooting that shot. That is not a high percentage shot. You're going to make that maybe 30% of the time, and that is a good percentage.
Did you play basketball in your high school days?
I did.
It sure sounds like you know a lot about it.
Yes. The team I played for, we were more of an athletic team. We got up and down the floor. We pressed a lot, and we had some good size inside. So we play more towards the northeast side here is what we played more towards. But when we were younger, we always played a 2-3 zone.
Okay.
And that's a great way to look at it for kids. You start with that base 2-3 zone.
Yeah.
And you work into the man principles, and it's a great way to develop young basketball players.
You know something that I really liked about the women's team, different from these men's teams, is how they matched everything.
What do you mean?
Their uniforms with their shoes and their socks, everything matched. And I see someone on the court that has a yellow shoe and a white shoe. I mean, go him. Those shoes are pretty cool.
Number 3, Orrington Hamilton able to put down the open 3, making it 11-7, as Delaney is not satisfied with the lack of matching on this court here.
Looks like number 50, Major Kerr, 6'10", from Mitchell, South Dakota, is in. That is our first 6'10" guy that's in the game.
They're going to want to try and get him started in the post against that 2-3 zone, inside out. A nice swing pass over to an open 3 for number 3, Orrington Hamilton, yet again.
Good.
He's already got double digits.
I'm impressed.
Just over the 14-minute mark here. We have 13 minutes, about 45 seconds left in the first half. And he's looked good. He's had a couple jump shots, a step back.
I'm definitely impressed with him.
A nice take. Unable to finish, though, is number 14, Jaquan Sanders for Northeast. A nice deflection there by number 3, Moses Baikwaso.
I believe so.
Another offensive rebound. I think they're going to call a walk there, and they do on number 20 for NIACC.
What is
Raymond
a walk,
Harding.
Michael?
A walking would be a travel.
All right.
So when you have the ball and you take more than 2 steps.
Yeah. I know what a travel is. I just didn't know what walking was.
Yep, walk is also another way to say travel.
All right.
They're going to go with a zone press here. You see, it just works better into a 2-3 zone. You do a zone press and just fall back into it. Make sure they aren't setting up anything screen-wise as they bring the ball up the floor against that 2-3 zone.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that one.
Good, strong move. Doesn't make any bad passes. Number
that
1.
That was nice by number 1.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, Steve Wooten.
On the top of the key, comes across and able to hit the mid-range jumper. You know, I think they'll have that high post open for most of the game. You start making a couple shots from there, they're going to guard you a little tighter, able to get to the low post. As number 4, great move through the center of the lane. Nick Worm unable to finish off, but a good shot selection. Can't be asked for anything more. As number 1, Steve Wooten, the 6'6" guard, pulls up for another mid-range, unable to make this one, though.
Yes. Something that I want to see in this game is number 50 go up for some dunks, maybe some swats, like how you saw earlier. I think that would be really impressive by him.
Going to have an offensive foul here on number 14, Jaquan Sanders, the 6'3 guard from Minneapolis, Minnesota. He was trying to get a little too much space there and gets called with the shove. I don't think we're going to see too many of those, though. I don't think we're going to see many swats or dunks. They're packing in that inside, and unless they can get him open in transition, I just don't see it. They're running a little bit. That was a great fake. He took it into the body of Sanders, and he's going to the free throw line. Number 20. Raymond Harding, the 6'5 forward, also from Adelaide, South Australia. We'll see what he can do.
A bunch of these teams have kids from all over the world, and that's pretty cool to me.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see. A great experience for these kids to be able to work with and
play with other people of different cultures.
Absolutely, there's so much to be learned, and just a great experience for especially the kids from out of country, being able to come over and experience our culture.
Definitely know what America's all about and why it's awesome.
Unable to make the second free throw. NIACC brings
that was fast.
Brings the ball, kick out, just off on the bank three. A nice rebound by Milky.
Yep.
And he puts the ball back up, and puts it in. They look like they're going in a man press. Not much pressure on the ball, just enough to keep him honest. Number 20 fakes the pass, pulls up from mid-range, and is good.
Nice. That was a good shot.
Raymond Harding, the South Australian, is able to make it. They got two Adelaide South Australians.
I know we have an Australian guy as well. We, as in the Iowa Central Titans.
I'm going to call an offensive foul there on number 5, Alan Anderson. I don't know if their feet got caught up or what was going on there, but he ends up pushing them out of the way and getting called for the offensive foul. It was a moving screen. The score, 16-11 here, just as we come up on the 11-minute mark of the first half. A low-scoring affair. I was ready for a little bit more points, but I mean,
I definitely was too.
That's how the start of the game will go, though.
Yeah.
In this level of basketball.
This level of any sport, yeah.
Well, this level of any sport, basketball in general,
like you said.
You tend to start slow, and then you'll start to get into a rhythm.
Gets into crunch time.
Yes. Rebound by Milky Moreau. Brings the ball up the floor. Swinging the ball around here is Northeast. A good entry pass, keeps it above. Good look, good backdoor
that looks
cut.
Good.
Great finish by number 1,
That's my
Steve
guy,
Wooten.
Major Kerr.
NIACC setting the ball up here. Good backdoor cut. Swings it out to
Right
his fellow
open.
Australian.
Nice.
Good. Number 20, Raymond Harding from number 4, Nick Worm. I feel like those guys have played together for a little while.
Maybe.
A good offensive rebound, a strong putback, able to get the and one is Steve Wooten. That has been a huge part of this game as offensive rebounding for the Northeast Community College Hawks.
And now it looks like he'll be shooting 2 free throws.
And 1. He will be shooting 1 free throw.
Just kidding, 1.
19-15. NIACC is on top of Northeast at the moment. 1 free throw for Wooten.
Ooh, that was lucky.
16-19. 1 possession game as NIACC brings the ball back up the floor. He slips the screen. A good decision, a good pass. Able to finish off is number 11, Jacob Payne, the 6'7 forward from West Haven, Utah. Great look.
Yeah.
It was a great decision to slip that screen.
NIACC's looking really good with how they like to throw the ball around to different people and take their chances with different people on their shooting techniques and all that as well. So it's really good to see everybody engaged in the game.
A backdoor cut from Wooten. We'll see if there's anything going on there. They got someone running small baseline. There it is.
Oh, so close. That made my heart stop a little bit.
Got number 11 in the air, Jacob Payne for NIACC, as Milky Moreau goes to the line. He's from Hamburg, Germany.
He is. You're right.
And he just has a natural knack to be able to find the ball, being able to get into positions to make plays.
Most definitely.
He's already almost thrown it down twice tonight. So he seems to want to play above the rim, or at least in the paint, as he's at the free throw line now, and he makes his first shot, making it 21-17 with 9 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first half here in tonight's second of 4 games. And this is the Great Western Dining Shootout, an event put on by the Great Western Dining organization.
Yep.
The second field goal or free throw, good, 21-18.
Yes, Michael, we're watching basketball.
Any shot taken in the field is a field goal.
All right.
And then your free throws are when they're stopped. A good fadeaway there, creates a little space, but just long, is number 20, Raymond Harding, as Northeast brings the ball back up the floor.
What was that call?
They're going to call 3 seconds on Wooten, who
What
has
does
been
that mean?
3 seconds. Once you are in the lane, as soon as you have 2 feet in that lane, they're going to start counting. They're going to count until you get both your feet out of that lane. If you're in there for 3 seconds, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Yeah.
If you're in there for 3 seconds, then you are going to be called for 3 seconds. It's not a call that usually is called, but against the 2-3 zone, you'll see those post players want to camp out in there because that's where their defenders are, and defenders don't get called for it at this level in the game.
Okay.
Great position in the post by Wooten. Does a great fake to the left. Comes back with the left hand off of his right shoulder. Gets fouled. Just short, not able to get the and one. But a good move nonetheless, especially against this 2-3 zone. 21-18. We're going to have a 30-second timeout by NIACC. Exciting game so far. A lot of good post play. We'll see if Northeast can keep up with NIACC, as NIACC, since seems to have a little better flow on offense.
I agree with that.
We got 8 minutes and 40 seconds left in this first half. We're going to have Wooten at the free throw line, shooting 2 for Northeast.
Alrighty, let's see if he'll get 2 for 2. Each team can only hope for the best with each free throw that they get, because that just means more points.
You can really swing the momentum of a game if you can't knock in free throws.
Definitely.
First one good for Wooten, making it a 2-point game. He's already got 8 points here.
6.
Now he has 9 points.
The little roof barrier thing was in my way of viewing that. So yes, Michael, you were correct.
Couple off-ball screens. Good defense by number 5 for Northeast. Alan Anderson just moving around, hustling on defense. Good to see for Northeast.
I can definitely agree with that as well. You're just spot on today.
Couple down screens. Jump shot, good defense by Wooten. Gets a hand up, but number 24 for NIACC, Gunnar Myers, is still able to put the ball in.
I want to know why number 12 from NIACC just fell down out of the blue.
Maybe a goal stole out there.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. I noticed that with a lot of basketball players. They just throw themselves on the ground, and for no apparent reason.
There's a flopping type of a play that is with this generation. As number 3 comes off the screen, Orrington Hamilton, and knock us down. A great defensive play by NIACC in recovery as Northeast tries to just bring the ball back up floor. Northeast under the basket. Milky over to number 5, Anderson. Still in that 2-3 zone, trying to get somebody in the post. Wooten isn't their tallest player on the floor right now, but he does a great job in the post, being strong with the ball. Good defensive play by number 5 for NIACC. Max Scogan, 6'2" guard from Mason City, Iowa, gets up in the air and plays great defense there as part of the higher part of that 2-3 zone. NIACC to inbound the ball from the sideline.
And the score is 20-26 right now with 7 minutes and about 25 seconds left.
Pick and roll at the top of the key. Number 3, Orrington Hamilton, takes a step back to get his feet set just off to the left, and they're going to call a foul on number 12. Harrison Mills for NIACC, the 6'5" forward from Wollonga, South Australia. Another South Australian, different town though.
Yeah.
Another zone press there for NIACC as they bring the ball up the floor. They tend to want to do that out of dead balls. A good decision, but they haven't got many results out of it. Wooten in the post gets double team, kicks it over to number 22, who bricks the three-pointer. Jeremiah Cotton, 6'3" guard. A good look inside, gets it back, swings it out to Harrington from the right wing, bangs it home. Orrington Hamilton, another 3, 16 points for him here in the first half.
That's crazy.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
I think he's hit 4 threes so far, and a couple 2-point jump shots in there.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, it's been a good showing, a good start for Orrington Hamilton and these NIACC Trojans as they are up by 9 points here with 6 minutes and 37 seconds left in the first half. And as some of you may not know, but the college basketball is set up different in quarters to halves than high school and the NBA. They play 2 20-minute halves instead of 10-minute quarters, and then the NBA plays 12-minute quarters. So any level of college basketball will play 2 20-minute halves for men's college basketball. And then for women's, they still play 10-minute quarters.
All right.
So
I didn't know that.
In case you didn't know, that's the setup here.
In case you're me.
In case you're Delaney, my co-commentator, that's what the setup is for this game.
All right.
It will be Northeast ball to restart this game. Northeast gets the ball at the floor before the press can even go into effect. Unable to capitalize on the fast break there, though.
Looks like the ball's moving pretty fast around. Everybody trying to get the ball up and in a basket.
Strong recovery by Milky under the basket there.
Yep.
Pump fakes, gets a dribble back to get himself away from that backboard and is able to finish home. A great recovery after an iffy pass. Swings back to number 4, Nick Worm for the 3. Great look. Making it a 10-point ball game yet again. 32-22. NIACC is up in this game. Just moving the ball around here is Northeast, trying to find somewhere to attack. Not a lot of cutters other than on baseline. Good drive. Tries to force the ball. Not going to call the shot clock violation, though, since NIACC got the rebound. Nick Worm takes the ball to the hole. Swings it around. Number 3, Harrington, again from the left corner. Unable to make it this time. Wooten with the rebound. And Anderson brings it up the left side of the floor here.
Almost in there, though.
A good look to backside, but there was a good recovery by Max Scogan for NIACC. Disrupts the look. Scogan looks to get the ball at the top, gets it over to Harrington. Pump fakes this time, though. Slows it down, tries to get a little bit longer of a possession here as Northeast has switched to a 2-3 zone as well. Getting into Jacob Payne, misses the turnaround jumper. A really weak pass as Nick Worm picks it off. And in transition 3, he says,
Wow.
Man down.
That
Makes
was
it a 35-22 game. That was a confident
really
pull-up
good.
shot. Absolutely.
looks like
That's
he knew he was going to make it.
Yeah, this is back-to-back threes he's made that he's shot, not in possessions, but the last 2 threes he's made. That was a great look. Making a 13-point lead for Northeast here. Oh, I correct that. For NIACC, as they've played just superior to Northeast so far.
Definitely. I haven't seen too many shots for Northeast, but
A lot of turnovers.
yeah, definitely.
I don't know if that says more about the NIACC defense or the Northeast offense. We'll find out here as this first half comes to a close with, we have 4 minutes, 25 seconds left, 13-point game. We'll see if Northeast can kind of shorten the gap there. They're going to have to if they want a chance as they come back in the second half.
Yep.
Kicks it over to Wooten. Wide open 3 from the left corner. Unable to put it home after a great move by number 3, Moses Baiwasco. Splits that double
Another
team.
great bucket.
Jacob Payne, 6'7" forward from West Haven, Utah, is able to put it home from mid-range. I think the one thing Northeast is kind of missing here is now they got the high post in there. That's what they need.
Yep.
Is someone at the high post to work the high-low, because their post play once they get down there is decent.
Yeah.
They just can't get the ball down there.
Yeah.
Wooten's fouled again. He's been their biggest post player so far.
Yeah.
He's got 9 points for him. Even though number 34 Milky Moreau has done decent, he just hasn't been as assertive as Wooten has. He's got those strong elbows, able to fend off defenders. First free throw for Wooten is good. On the 1-and-1. Making him have double digits here as we have 3 minutes and 48 seconds left in the first half. Second one is just short. NIACC with the rebound. Harrington brings the ball up the floor. Northeast switch back to a man-to-man set. Give and go to the point guard. Wide open 3 for the off guard. Unable to get the rebound.
Nick Worm again.
Nick Worm again from that left wing. A good take. Number 14, Jaquan Sanders, unable to make that layup. Worm takes it to the hole. Kicks it out, though, to his fellow Australian. Unable to finish it off is Raymond Harden.
Is it just me, or does number 20 and number 4 for NIACC look alike?
Somewhat.
Also with how their playing style as well.
Yeah, that might
really
be from where they're from. Yeah, they have that similar play style from overseas and from Australia. The same town, no less.
Yeah, they just have really good confidence in all of their shooting.
Number 34, Milky, takes it to the rack really strong. Number 20, Raymond Harding for NIACC, tries to take the charge, is still moving. Me, myself, I never really cared too much to take those charges. But
I wouldn't want to.
No, it doesn't feel good.
No.
It hurts. And you're most likely going to get the blocking call anyway, so I'd rather just go for the swipe as they go by, even though that is not good fundamental basketball, as Milky misses his first free throw.
Number 5 comes in for NIACC.
Max Scogan comes back in. Milky goes to shoot a second free throw. Second free throw is good, making it 37-24. Lead is back to 13. Hasn't been too much fluctuation in that since they kind of established that 10-point lead.
Nope. It's been a lot of NIACC scoring and Northeast watching.
We're going to get a hold up on number 22, Jeremiah Coden. The 6'3" guard from Minneapolis gets called on that. He's going to have 6 team fouls. The next team foul for Northeast will send NIACC to the line. And the next foul on Northeast. The next foul on NIACC is for sure the last 1-and-1 of the half. Still in a half or man-to-man set. They got a double screen up on top. Swings the ball to the left. Takes a contested jumper from the right elbow. Number 4, Nick Worm, is able to put it home, making it 39-24 for NIACC. A good swing over number 14. An in rhythm 3 for Jaquan Sanders, just to the right, though. Harrington takes the ball strong to the rack. Gets called for the block, though, is Wooten, as Harrington went up for a 360 there. If he would have been able to put that home, that might have been a Sports Center top 10 nominee. That is a difficult finish, but Harrington's played really. Hamilton, I apologize, I said Harrington for a while now. Hamilton has played well. He has put the shots in that he's need to. He's got 17 points.
Yeah, number 5, Alan Anderson's back in the game for the Northeast Hawks.
Just long is Hamilton. Northeast is moving the ball around. Wooten wants the ball at the high post. They get it into Milky in the low post. Swing it over to the short corner. A good spin move, but not the best of takes.
Agreed.
He was a little off balance after that spin and was not able to get a super good look.
Yeah,
down in
I
the
agree.
Post. Northeast from under the basket just gets it in bounds. Tries to get it back to that corner. Wooten at the high post. Pulls it back out. 1 second left on the shot clock. They just had to get it up. Wooten with offensive board. He's battling in there. 2 boards, 3 boards. Finally tips it back in.
Way to go, Steve Wooten.
40-26. NIACC is on top.
I am filled with these bad puns tonight.
1 minute and 10 seconds left. Top of the key, number 24.
Looks like number 20 is preparing to come back in for NIACC.
Wooten swings it over to Coden. Wooten with a nice around-the-back pass. Not around the back, around his defender's back. The little slip pass, the pocket pass to Milky. Unable to get the shot in, though. That was a great look.
Definitely
worked that high to low.
Clean.
Just unable to finish it out. Some guard handoffs. Fakes one. Unable to find much of a lane. But number 3, Moses Biwasco, called for the foul on the three-point attempt by Max Gogan. He'll have 3 free throws here with 26.4 seconds left in the first half with a 42-26 lead for NIACC. Max Gogan for his first of 2 free throws. First of 3 free throws.
Now, why is it that he gets to get 3?
The fact that he gets 3 is because he was fouled shooting a 3-point attempt.
Okay.
So
makes sense.
He gets 3.
And then same if someone tries to shoot for a regular 2-pointer, they only get 2.
Yes, ma'am.
And then what makes it to where they only get 1?
1 foul would be if they are over the limit of fouls and it is just a foul that would normally be on the floor, as long as it is not an offensive foul. If you get called for a charge, then you don't go to the free throw line in the bonus. But if you're in the bonus and you're just fouled on a normal foul, then you will go to the line and shoot 1-and-1. Unless you're in the double bonus, then you will shoot 2 free throws no matter what.
All right.
I think Northeast probably should look towards the high post here.
I agree.
As Wooten has been pretty dominant there once he gets the ball there.
Yes.
8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6, 5. A shot from 3 by number 10. Just off.
1-0.
Ending the first half. 45-26. A 19-point lead here for NIACC as they go in the locker room.
Looks like
17 points for Hamilton, 12 points for Wooten. 2 big scores there in the first half.
Looks like Northeast is going to have to pick up their offense if they want to hang in there.
They're going to need to cut down on the turnovers, as I'm sure they all know. And we'll see if that offense can improve. We will be back at you with the second half here in about 14 or so minutes here on the Triton Nation Network.
Great Western Dining Service provides dining services for schools, colleges and universities, camps and conference centers, and businesses and industry. From its inception, Great Western Dining has remained strongly committed to the original concepts of quality service coupled with delicious food. Great Western Dining builds a personalized dining program for each client based on location, population, and current conditions, and then continually tweaks it, ensuring that each customized program is contemporary and always customer-oriented.
Great Western Dining is proud to be the title sponsor of today's Shootout. We wish all the teams the best of luck on the court.
And we're back here on the Triton Nation Network. We have NIACC going against Northeast here in the second of 4 games we'll have for you tonight. And NIACC had a great first half. They're
did.
up 45-26 to start this second half. Not a great shot selection to start the half, but a good offensive rebound, up and under move by Harrison Mills, 6'5" forward from Wollonga, South Australia. Gets the second half scoring started off for NIACC, making it 47-26, over a 20-point lead.
Definitely. I was just going to say that, Michael. You took the words right out of my mouth.
A great post move by number 34, Milky Morrow. Gonna need more of that for Northeast to be able to come back in this. Northeast still sticking in their man-to-man, trusting their athletes to win matchups. A good backdoor cut after he's sealed. Good pump fake, getting Wooten in the air. Unable to finish it, though, is Gunnar Myers, but he'll have 2 free throws.
And he had 2 free throws because he was going for 2 points, correct?
Correct.
You learn something new every day.
There you go. First one for Myers is short. No good.
Looks like it could have tipped in, but the spin on the ball prevented it from going into the hoop.
Second one is good. He adjusted. And number 3, Moses by Quasco
Yeah.
comes in, relieving Wooten, who is starting to get into foul trouble, has 3 fouls to start the second half. Advances the ball up the floor. Ball almost gets away from him, goes out of bounds. Great look to come back in to Milky
Yeah,
for
nice
the 2
job.
points. Brings it down to 18. And we'll see if they can put a little run together here, put some things together, and maybe come back and make this a close game. Great pass.
Oh.
A great recovery by Milky with a massive swat.
That was good. I was impressed
Great
by
take
that.
out of control after he got in the lane, but he was fouled, sending him to the free throw line. Number 4, that will be Worm. Nick Worm fouled Jeremiah Cotton, and he will have 2 free throws here. Try and cut the lead from 18 down to 17 with this free throw. First free throw is no good. Rim's just out. Second one is good, making it a 17-point lead for NIACC. Here with 18.5 minutes left here in the second half of this second game of 4 we have for you here on the Triton Nation Network. Step back here for Hamilton. Just
that was a
long,
close one.
A good follow.
Ooh, right behind the back. That was a good move.
I like where he was thinking there, but he was unable to get it done.
Exactly. It looked good, but it wasn't necessarily good for what he planned on doing.
I like the no throw on the cross-court pass.
That was a one-hand swat into the game again.
A great take to the basket again by Milky. That's what Northeast is going to need more of as they continue on in this second half to try and close that gap.
Definitely.
NIACC did not like what they were seeing. Coach Mark Mole said, hey, give me a full timeout. I need some time to talk to my players here with just 2 seconds past 18 minutes here left in the second half. First 2 minutes, a big change from the first 20. NIACC still playing decent, playing okay on the offensive side of the court, but Northeast looked way better on the offensive side. They are being aggressive, taking the ball to the hole. They're getting good looks by passing the ball, beating them off the dribble, and we'll see if they can continue that into the rest of this second half.
Yeah, definitely.
It's going to be NIACC ball to come out of this timeout here. While they are up 15 points, they were up not too much more, but a little bit more to start this second half. Harrison Mills passes the ball in to Orrington Hamilton. It's back to Mills. Risky pass back to Hamilton.
Yeah, that definitely was, but good thing he caught it. And then number 11 is going to go up and go for that basket, and it is in.
Great spin move as he was going to the right side of the hoop, spun to the middle, getting the defender lost, and is able to have a wide open layup chance.
Definitely was, and it was good, too.
Making it 50-33 here with 17.5 left in the second half.
They're going to go out to number 5. He's going to shoot for the 3.
He had a step back there, and it is no good. NIACC running some transition, but they aren't forcing anything, which is a great thing to do.
Right.
Great thing not to do in transition basketball is force the ball. They have a bunch of off-ball screens, which help set up their offense.
Yeah.
They seem to be playing a matchup zone here.
So man-on-man, like what you were saying earlier?
No, it's a man-on-man, but only when they're in certain areas, as Worm is able to get the floater.
All right. And now they're doing a 3-2 still, or?
They're playing a 2-3 zone here still.
2-3.
As Milky is still taking it strong up to the basket and drawing fouls. Great to see. Got to keep it up in order to stay within grasp here to make a run for Northeast.
He's definitely trying to make a difference in this second half with how he's playing and trying to score more points for his team, which seems to be good. And I don't think that NIACC is picking up on that.
Much more assertive, and it's great to see. First two is good, making it 52-34 here with 16:43 left in the second half of this ball game. Second one is just off to the left on the rim. Bounces to the right. Rebound by number 24, Gunnar Myers. And NIACC brings the ball up the floor. See, they're in a matchup zone here. They're going to a 1-2-2 extended.
Okay. And what does 1-2-2 extended mean?
1-2-2 extended means you're going to have your one point guard at the top of the key guarding more in a triangle type area, but he has to recover like on that. But your defense is going to collapse a lot like that on drives to the basket.
Nice
be able to
by
kick.
Nick Worm.
Nick Worm is able to capitalize on another lack of coverage, giving him 13 points here for the game.
That's crazy.
17 and 13 for the two backcourt players for NIACC. Just 30 points between the two. That is outstanding. More than the rest of the players combined. Looks like they're going to call a charge there on number 4.
Nick Worm. Correct?
A correction. Number 3, Moses by Wakso.
By Yeah, there we go.
There we are.
We got it.
Aggressive move to the hoop. You got to respect it, but number 24, Gunnar Miles, is there for the charge. Northeast being aggressive on defense, trying to cut out passing lanes, get turnovers here.
That was a good pass.
But they are
24 is
patient.
gonna go up.
Myers was patient on that too. That is just a description of this North Iowa area community college team. Patient. They have been within themselves the entire game. This has been a complete switch from the women's game. The women's game, NIACC was trying to outrun as Myers makes the first free throw. NIACC was trying to outrun Northeast, and Northeast was the team with some older players on the court trying to stay within themselves, and they came out with the win. And now NIACC has changed roles, and they are doing that as Northeast is trying to pick up the pace a little bit. Myers is good on the second one.
That was a nice shot.
234, 57-34 here with 15 and a half left in the second half. 2-3 zone still set up here.
Milky
Good
with
ball.
the ball. He's going to go out to number 5, back to Milky. And he's
Good in
going
and
to
out
try and
movement.
go up.
Myers comes in with the help defense and swats him. A good take. He wasn't stopped. Probably could have just went up with that, but he ends up turning the ball over. Oh my goodness, I don't know how that even went in, but Jaquan Sanders with the acrobatic, off balance, just throw up layup, and it goes in. That was an amazing layup. I mean, you can't defend that any better. He just, sometimes you get lucky.
Exactly.
Switch back to man here for Northeast, trying to get some turnovers. But NIACC has played well. Looked like a kick. Yeah, they're going to call it a kick.
Shot was going nowhere.
Well, he was trying to wrap it around defender get it to the post player that just rolled off the pick, but his defender threw a leg up, kicked it out of bounds.
All right. I've never seen that happen.
It happens quite a bit. When players get beat, they'd rather just take a dead ball than a free 2 points. Nothing bad happens out of it. You don't get a foul or anything, so.
Just goes out of bounds.
Nick Worm tried to use his speed.
Oh, and number 12
as Harrison
for
Mills
the dunk.
gets the rebound after the nasty swat by Milky.
And you said that we'd never seen one of those in this game. We did?
By one of the 6'10 players, I didn't think we would.
Oh, you're right.
Milky down to Burton. Strong in Wooten, correction, Steve Wooten on the inside from Milky Moreau. Just a great high to low post play right there. They're doing a kind of a weave action on top here. NIACC is trying to see if they can catch NIACC off guard, put him to sleep a little bit with this over and over action. Goes to help on defense. Number 24, Gunnar Myers, slips it. They get it to the post. Easy 2 points. 61-38. 13 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the second half. As number 14, Jaquan Sanders pulls up for a mid-range and is not good. Worm brought it back down the floor. A lot of standing around here. Seems like they're resetting, trying to put in a different play here. Got kind of a flex action going on there.
Yeah, definitely.
Gunnar Myers, yet again, pump fakes, goes up, and gets the easy 2, 63-38. He's now in double figures with 11. As number 22, Jeremiah Cotton hits the mid-range jumper on the other end, making it a 63-40 game, 23-point lead for NIACC.
I'm definitely starting to hear his name come up quite a bit, so maybe he's going to be a game changer in the second half.
He might. He's been getting a couple more touches down low, and he's been strong with the ball, but he's going to get subbed out here. We'll see if his replacement can get as many touches, and when he does, if he'll be just as strong in the post.
Another name that I hear quite frequently is Nick Worm, so it looks like he's being a strong defender for the NIACC Trojans as well.
He's been controlling the ball pretty well, and when he gets an open shot, he's putting them in.
Yeah.
Swing over to number 20, Raymond Harding. Back to Hamilton from the left wing, but it looks like they're going to call an offensive foul on number 12, Harrison Mills. Illegal screen. Will get the ball back to Northeast on the side out of bounds. Oh, I correct myself. It's going to be on the baseline.
Are there any other players, Michael, that stand out to you this game?
This game, we got Wooten and Milky Moreau on the Northeast side. And then we have Gunnar Myers, Nick Worm, and Orrington Hamilton for the NIACC Trojans. All have been huge, pivotal parts in this offense and defense. And Northeast can't buy a bucket right now. They've gotten 3 shots in the paint. And, I mean, coach is trying to work something here, trying to get something going for him. Trying to get some calls for him now, and just doesn't seem like anything wants to come together here for Northeast. Right. Hamilton from the right wing, just short. Offensive rebound by Sergen, though.
That was nice.
Skogan, and puts it back in. If one thing doesn't go in, that's what you get when you're in the right place. On the ground, even though it was a great acrobatic finish. Bounced in finally for Alan Anderson. They're going to call on the ground as number 11, Jacob Payne, the 6'7" forward from West Haven, comes in to relieve number 12, Harrison Mills, 6'5" forward from Wollonga, South Australia. Also a big player here in the second half, as he had a dunk here earlier.
Yeah, he did. That was awesome.
Number 3 from the left corner, unsuccessful in his attempt. Hamilton brings the ball up the floor for NIACC. Some down screens, some cross screens, trying to get some movement. A lot of ball fakes here. Keeping Northeast always reacting. Another spin move. He tends to want to go to that spin move as it pops out.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Jaquan Sanders gets the ball, bringing it back up the floor.
Another
unable to
turnover.
finish. And we're going to get a foul call on number 5, Alan Anderson. I thought he was going to get a jump ball call, unable to. And I don't think he was too happy with that either. We got 4 total fouls for Northeast and 4 for North Iowa Area Community College here. 11 minutes, 11 seconds, 11 minutes, about 11 minutes left here. 65-40 game, second half. Almost halfway through the second half. Nick Worm left all by himself for a deep three.
That was close. That was close.
Unable to get it down. Number 3, Moses by Kwaso. He got the rebound. Got tipped a little bit from behind, but he went to bring the rebound back in. Goes off his leg. Back to NIACC under the hoop. Hamilton, top of the key. Excuse me, near the half-court line, waiting for a screen. He gets a screen to his left, pulls up, 4-3, bricks it.
That was close.
Ball is going to go back to Northeast after the long rebound. Is it?
This one's not going to reach.
Number 14, Jaquan Sanders brings the ball off the floor for Northeast. Gets it over to Moises. Back to Jaquan Sanders for the 3 from the right wing. Bangs it home, 65-43. North NIACC over Northeast. Worm at the spike line. They're going to go back to this weave. Trying to put him to sleep on the perimeter. They got their big guys playing up on the wing. They got to get those guys down. Hamilton drive and kicked over to Worm. Worm takes it baseline, kicks it over to Payne, who misses the 3. Great follow by number 20, Raymond Harding, on the tip-in rebound. That was just great.
Yeah, I agree. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Swings it over.
Number 14.
See if he can heat
Just
up,
a little
but he
short.
cannot. Hamilton advanced the ball up to Worm. Harding wanted to be fed after he hustled on the offensive side last time.
Yeah, I did.
Unable to. He just didn't have the angle. Worm at the spike line.
Where is the spike line, Michael?
That spike line is what you use in volleyball right there.
The 10-footer line.
The 10-foot line right there.
All right.
Great composure by number 14. And Milky takes it in.
That was good.
Uncontested. Nobody
That was a good
wanted
idea,
anything
yeah.
to do with that. Floated. Little floater in there. And puts it in. 67-245. 8 minutes, 40 seconds left here in the second half. Great back cut by Sergen. Worm steps out. Wide open. Bangs home the 3 from the right wing. 70-45. A deep 3 from Alan Anderson, and it is nothing but the bottom of the net, making it 48 now for Northeast.
That is 48-70. Wow.
Step back by Harding. Decides not the best shot you can get. Worm tries to bounce open.
Goes out of bounds.
Jacob Payne thought he had him on the backside, but it looked like Jaquan Sanders is able to put up a hand, and knock it out of bounds. The main matchup I'd say to watch here would be number 1 and number 11 right there. Number 11 wants to spin quite a bit, Jacob Payne.
Right.
And Wooten is more of a physical defender. We'll see if that ends up in any big elbows.
Okay.
So we'll see. Keep an eye out on it. Alan Anderson brings the ball up the floor. They're going to call an over and back. He didn't establish possession on the other side of the court. Just simple mistakes like that over and over, those will lose you games. You got to do the simple things right.
definitely. With only a little under 8 minutes left.
We have a 22-point lead for NIACC. Harding off the ball screen. Now they got Myers one-on-one in the post, who's been a big part of the second half.
Number 2 trying to go straight up the center and make that shot, but fell short.
As Tajay Blackman.
Yeah, both teams have 5 fouls total.
Worm off of the off-ball screen. Spot and drop. Nick Worm now has 19. Good box out by Myers. Just fundamental basketball there as he gets it over to Blackman. And they're going to reset. Worm at the left wing, give or take. They're going to milk some clock here. There's no reason to be in too much of a hurry with a 73-48 lead. Worm maybe trying to get some room to get to the inside. High off the glass, just off. Rebound by number 10, Brandon Villapalando. From Norfolk, Nebraska. Number 5, Allen Anderson pulls up from the left wing, a deep left wing, and is unable to connect. Worm brings it up the floor. Fakes out even his teammate as he fakes it to kick out, tries to come back to the guy on the block, and they're just going to end up resetting it here.
Yeah.
You can't be too good at faking because you will end up faking out your own team.
Exactly.
About 5% of the time.
Wonder what happened there.
Making sure there's no slipping out there. Look like there's some accidental contact. Everyone just letting each other know, nothing personal.
Right. Looks like number 22 got that foul. 6-team foul overall.
They're going to go 1-1 here.
And what does that mean?
Oh, no, it looks like they're going to go with a technical foul.
Okay. On Worm.
For Worm, he will get one free throw.
And he doesn't make it.
Nope, look at me. Incorrect again. He's going to have 2 free throws here.
Let's see if he'll make this one. And it's good.
74-48, 6.5 left here in the second half. It'll be NIACC's ball as well. They must have called a flagrant foul. Some type of contact to the head there as the 2 free throws and the ball are rewarded to NIACC. Worm comes back to the ball. Good cross-court pass to Harding as he drives to the hole. A great take. They're going to call it offensive foul, though. Number 2, Tajay Blackman.
So did you see
trying to clear space? He was trying to clear space.
All right.
And got called for it. Number 5, Allen Anderson is going to bring the ball up the floor as he has all game. Picks it over to Jaquan Sanders. Getting a little physical.
Yeah, definitely.
Here, as Northeast, his overall frustration is starting to really show.
I see that in all sports, too.
Free throws for Sanders will be coming up here. Just under 6 minutes, 74-48. NIACC on top. First one, no good. Actually, it was a 1-1. Must have been on the floor, but now that they have 7 fouls, they will go to the free throw line from here on out, no matter what the call is, unless there's an offensive foul.
All right. And that's something that you told me earlier as well, wasn't it?
Yes, ma'am. We're going to have a high ball screen here. He doesn't decide to use it. Good defense.
Almost a turnover there.
He thought he lost it so he could regain his dribble. They thought he stayed with control.
Number 50 back into the game, Major Kerr.
Wooten back in for Northeast. We'll see if he can make a difference here. Number 50, Major Kerr. Also, he's got size, but we haven't seen him do too much here. In this
Right. Ooh,
great hustle. Cool. On the line when he jumped out, it appeared so, though. So,
yeah.
Only so much you can do.
Agreed.
NIACC back to this dribble handoff set, kind of a weave. But it seems like every time they go once one way, they'll go back the other way, and they won't even do the handoff. They'll fake it and try and cut off of that.
Yeah, agreed.
Use it as kind of a screen. Looks like it's going to stay here.
Definitely.
As it was off of Northeast. Jacob Payne will throw it in from about half court here. So Worm comes back to grab it. It's about 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Kick out to Myers. Gets him in the air.
24 looks like it's
3 seconds. He's going to have to put it up. But number 11, Jacob Payne, is able to put it in. 77-48. NIACC did a great job milking down the clock on that possession. Number 50, Major Kerr, hung in the air there on the mid-range, able to put the ball above anyone who could reach it, and
yeah,
it was a great shot.
So yeah, saw a little bit of action from him.
Harding again with a strong move to the hoop. Anderson from the left corner unable to.
Little far.
Wooten with a second effort rebound. Another offensive rebound. And he's fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line after the foul on Myers. And he'll have 2 free throws here as a 79-50 game. $79-50, just over 4 minutes. We have a 20-point score in Worm, a 17-point score in Hamilton, and a 14-point score for Northeast in Wooten. A couple 9-point scores as well for NIACC, and one more double-digit in Myers with 11. He had a little streak there. We had quite a bit of scoring, but he kind of fell off there, which is okay because they have a 29-point lead.
Yeah, agreed.
This is the men's games this weekend is presented by the Great Western Dining organization. This is their shootout. This is their tournament. We'll run commercials with more information, but a huge shout out to our sponsor for this event, Great Western Dining.
Yep, most definitely.
Wooten at the line. His first of 2. First one, good. Cutting it from 29 to 28. 79-51. Second one, good as well. Make it 52. NIACC bringing the ball up the floor. Trying to get a call on Asher Scavella, the 6'3" guard from Nassau Bahamas. I apologize if I did not pronounce that right, but he's going to call for the hold. It's 7 team fouls for Northeast, sending them to a 1-1 for Gunnar Myers, making the first, making it 80-52. Next one, just off, keeping the lead at 28. Man, Anderson got caught in no man's land with the ball.
Looks like 14's keeping up with 3. Ball goes to number 20, and something was called.
Jaquan Sanders will take the ball from out of bounds. He's passing into Anderson. And that 2-3 zone has really been extended as the lowest player for Northeast is not even going to the block in Kerr.
Looks like Anderson goes up for that basket.
Myers with the rebound, who's been a solid post presence for NIACC all game. 80-52, 3 minutes, 15 seconds left here in the second half of our second game. Out of 4 tonight, we will have 2 games, the women's game and the men's game of Central Columbus Community College against Iowa Central Community College here on the Triton Sports Network. A missed layup. Great chance. Number 10, Brandon Villaplano. I cannot say it. Villaplando. I cannot say that last name. I apologize. 2 minutes, 49 seconds left here in the second half. Going back to this dribble handoff. Again, 2 in a row where he doesn't hand it off. Hamilton, a great backdoor cut. Pump fakes, able to get it up quicker than the Kerr at 6'10", compared to Hamilton at 6 foot 10 inches, but doesn't matter because he gets it up too quick, unable to defend it at all. 3-pointer from the left wing, not good for Northeast. Offensive rebound.
And that one's good.
And number 10, Brandon Villapolando, able to put it in from the right wing, making it 82-55. Timeout by NIACC, probably a 30-second timeout. Get some subs in here. 5 out, 5 new in, 82-55. Probably a good time. Just under 2 minutes. Good time to go ahead and make that change. They're not even going to stop. It was just strictly a sub timeout.
All right.
We got 7 and 8 fouls apiece for NIACC and Northeast, respectively. And be ready to see a couple free throws here as we go to the end of the game. We have 5 fresh people in the game. We have number 0, Jalen Lucas. We have number 22, Hollis Hardwick. We have number 14, Cam McPherson. We have number 23, Isaiah Sims. And we have number 10, Roderick Fuller. Fresh legs, fresh faces. We'll see if they can put any points on the board as Villapolando gets a steal, gets a good look, back door to number 14, Jaquan Sanders.
That was a good shot.
Making it 82-57. Great look. Great on-ball defense. They seem to have a new surge of energy, this Northeast team, as they see the subs come in. Going baseline, they're going to call an offensive foul. I mean, that's what are you going to do? Number 14, Sanders underneath, taking it out. They're running 2 post players here.
1 minute left in the game.
And Asher Scavella and Major Kerr. Villapolando again for 3, wide open, 2 possessions in a row, able to bank it home. Good help defense by Kerr as he gets it to Villapolando. Who's going to say 2's nice, but 3 would have been better. Unable to get it home as 20 seconds remain in this game. Shot clock will not be a factor as we close out this NJC AA matchup between the NIACC Trojans and the Northeast Community College Hawks.
Looks like
82-260.
Yeah.
Huge game from Nick Worm, Orrington Hamilton, and Gunnar Myers as there's no answer for their low post game or their guard play.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's gonna be it here for Michael and
Delaney.
Go ahead and stick around. We have the Iowa Central portion of this weekend's basketball. Right after this, we are going to have Iowa Central versus Central Community College, the women's game, and then we will have Iowa Central versus Central Columbus, the men's game. So stick around to the Triton Nation Network.